All right, welcome back, everybody. It's me, Burrito. We're back on Kashyyyk, and we're going to be doing some more questing. So we just laid out the starport, and last time we spent our time running around the main Kachiro area here. I know there's some other quests that we haven't hit here yet, but we're going to get to some of those later. Right now, what we're going to do is we're going to head west. Yeah, I remember cardinal directions. Cross the bridge, and we're going to go to the Kkowir forest, however you want to pronounce it, or the Dead Forest. And we're going to start questing in there. As if you were to skip the Tatooine, or if you were to skip doing Naboo, or you come here after Naboo, this is basically the area you'd want to go into first after exploring the normal Kachiro area. Based on level range, I would recommend getting a creature mount. You can get Carthor's Cliff Jumper from doing Naboo Legacy, but if you're skipping that, you could finish doing that Geonosian's quest to get the Bolitar. Might be a little hard if you're, a low level. Or you can just buy one from another player. So like this one I made with my Beastmaster. But the first thing you'll see when you come to the Deadwood, besides the split in the pass, where one side is gray and one side is green, kind of like that meme, the Yu-Gi-Oh card meme. But you also see Sheikh here, a Kashyyyk Explorer. First thing you're going to notice is this brackets. Whoever wrote the quests for this area, or just a lot of Kashyyyk liked using these to indicate emotive things. In some of the previous quests, we had the carrots, or the greater than less than. And these we just have brackets. So he nods to us. Looks like you're a little lost. Yeah, I'm new to the area. He basically introduces you to the area. He introduces himself. You can tell him to tell you about the place, and then he'll tell you about all the things here inside the place if you want the lore. Well, let's just say I know about the area. Where do I go next? And then he's like, you have a bunch of options. You can speak to the Kerritamba village and speak to the chief Kerritamba, or you can find the Majorel Caverns. Do you need any other information? Let's talk about the Webweaver caves. As expected, Webweaver spiders live there, guarded by their outcast friends. The outcasts are people who have been shunned from the Kerritamba way of life. They retreated into the caves and live there. Even today, the Kerritamba people and the outcasts are at war. It would be best to leave their chivalry be. Is anything pleasant here? Not likely. Yeah, so you can ask him and I'll give you some lore. I'm not going to go through all of it, but the main thing you need to know is that, as he stated, there is the Kerritamba tribe, which is a tribe of primarily Wookiees, and the outcasts, which there are no Wookiees among the outcasts to my knowledge. If you go to the left, like we are, you'll see the Kerritamba people first, so you'll see some warriors, and if we stick to the right, could fly up this way, and you'll eventually find the Kerritamba village, where if you want to start doing the quests in this area, just start talking to the named NPCs that aren't moving around. They'll start offering, I think they'll direct you to Chief Kerritamba there, and then you'll start doing quests. And a lot of the rewards you get from this quest line are pretty cool. Specifically, you get like these fun chairs and tables and stuff you see decorating the area. I want to try something first before talking to him, though. Because as the guide taught us, they're at war with the outcasts, the people actively shunned by the Kerritamba village. And I always have gotten the impression that there's two quest lines here, but because the chief is the most readily accessible, I always thought you'd just do his quest, because he's going to have you doing stuff to counter the Kerritamba or counter the outcasts. But I know this guy's here. How do you even get up on this hill to talk to him? Certlid, outcast informant. He won't talk to me. Let me talk to some of the outcasts first, because I swear, I feel like I'm supposed to be able to ally with the outcasts, but I never have. And I legitimately don't know if that's like a thing you can do or what. I know there's another outcast NPC out here somewhere that isn't hostile. One of the major features of the Dead Forest, though, is the large river filled with snakes, and being snake NPCs, they definitely will aggress to you regardless of your character level. So if you don't want your mount to slow down for combat repeatedly, maybe give that a little room. This area does have a map, though, with points of interest, so it'll point us out to the main spots, which is nice, because it's easy to get lost in some areas of Kashyyyk early on. if you're not paying attention to your maps, which makes sense. It's like a, you know, survival thing. I think the NPC up there is just if we die. If you die in this area and clone, you'll clone to like the base of the tree up there, I believe, in the graveyard. At least that's what happens during the Galactic Moon Festival when everyone dies to the ghosts. So this is the Web Weaver Cave. Generally, I wouldn't want to side with these guys anyways, because they just keep a bunch of spider pets. But, you know, let's just see if I can talk to anybody in here. There are some... Well, there's one NPC we could talk to. It is pretty hostile, though, getting to them. See, I don't think this is the way I'm supposed to go, but... Will you talk to me? He only smirks at you. He seems busy. Okay. I don't know why he's smirking at me, but whatever. Also, you can tell that even though they're aggressive, the spiders aren't nearly as aggressive as the snakes, I guess. I was watching a video about Jedi Fallen Order. And then, of course, like they show the spider enemies from Kashyyyk, and I was just like... Yeah, I guess they just love sticking spiders everywhere in the galaxy. Because, like, naturally you think more creatures in Star Wars would have wings. Just because wings are such a killer adaptation, but now everything's turning into arachnids, I guess. How do we introduce an element of horror? Spiders? See, this guy doesn't want to talk to me. This guy doesn't want to talk to me. I think there's somebody out in the forest I'm supposed to talk to. Oh, wait, hold on. Delia frowns deeply. Another nameless face in my court. How disgusting. I suggest you leave quickly. Leave and quickly. I don't want to dirty my hands or my thoughts with dealing with your type of filth. Okay. She screams at me to leave. Very cool. Maybe you are all outcasts for being jerks? Will the junk dealer talk to me? Let's see. It looks like you could know a thing or two about good junk. Got any? Oh, I know a thing or two about junk. You know, stuff on the Samori, maybe mystical tomes, anything really, bring the stuff to me, and I'll make sure you get a credit to. Okay. So I guess we can't talk to anybody in here at the moment, so I guess I'll run back out, see if I can't find another NPC to talk to before I just give up and go to Chief Kerritamba. Like, I've never talked to any of these NPCs outside of them just telling me to leave. So that's why I'm like... I feel like you're supposed to be able to side with them. I'm trying to remember, because I've sworn I've seen another outcast NPC out here in the woods somewhere. I'm trying to remember where it is. And I've tried searching this stuff on the wiki, by the way, and I never find anything. I don't know if that just has to do with, like, wiki search being garbage most of the time. Or I'm just putting in, like, the wrong words. So, like, typically I try to do my homework before I do... Like, just a little bit of homework before I do quests on stream. Like, all right, what am I doing today? Do I make sure how to remember that, remember how to do that, etc., etc. I didn't with this one because, well, I tried to, but again, I couldn't find anything on this. I'm pretty sure this is just, like, again, if you get cloned, something to clear your cloning sickness. I don't think there's actually somebody we talk to. Yeah, that's not somebody we need to speak to. To be fair, I think there is a good and evil option here between the sets of NPCs. I think the good side is Kerritamba, with the evil side being the outcasts. Typically, if you're decorating your surroundings with spiders and literally hissing at people to get them to leave, you're probably not the good guys. Or at least you're not at least nice people. Okay. Well, if anyone who might be watching this later on YouTube knows what the hell I'm trying to figure out, let me know the secrets. But I guess I'm just going to side with the Kerritamba because the quest designers made it such a pain to figure out how to side with the other side. That's just not worth my time. All right, so we talked to the Chief Kerritamba. He welcomes us instead of hisses at us and screams at us to leave. I assume I have met some of you've met some of our Gentle people, I hope they have treated you well. Well, yes, I know. Unfortunately, we are skeptical, untrusting people. I wish it were different. I haven't actually talked to anyone else in his village, but yeah, they all kind of go, I don't know who you are. Um, I wish it were different. Chief Kerritamba nods, an expression troubled. Something ails you. Might I ask what it is? Our forest, Chief Kerritamba closes his eyes. It's dying. Can you feel it? I can. We all can. It pains us every day to hear the cries of our forest. We can't escape it. The pain. Chief Kerritamba opens his eyes wide. It haunts us. What's killing the forest? We have our suspicions, but no real answers. Some suspect that it's the Madril. Some suspect that the Madril caused this. The mystics believe they placed a curse on us when we banished them from our village. It is the only plausible answer. Yeah, surely it's not the Empire invading and like deforesting the planet. Can we help the forest in some way? Wait, hold on. I actually want to go back and ask why the Madril were banished. I'm legitimately curious. It is a painful event to remember. I'm gonna start. Unless anyone protests, I'm just gonna skip all of the bracketed words. The chief begins sadly. You know what I mean? It reads a little bit like I guess it reads more like a book. I don't know. I'm just gonna skip them. It was long ago. They came to us from the depths of the forest. No one knew their origins or where they came from. Without a thought, we welcomed the needy, forgotten tribe and opened our hearts to them. It was they who betrayed us afterwards. Their chief, Hostra, took it upon himself to assassinate my great-grandfather and try to take the village as his own. We respond with, that's horrible. Did the Madril help Hostra? No. However, it was the consensus of the people, of the Kerritamba people, to oust them for Hostra's horrible deed. We couldn't risk the lives of our people. The Madril disappeared into the cave just north of us, across the river. We haven't heard or seen them since, but they are the least of our troubles. The forest? Indeed, we must find the root of the problem. The cause of our beloved forest deaths. The plague is spreading. We can't let it reach the village. Can we help the forest in some way? Perhaps. We must try and find the source of the problem. The Madril people have gone through enough. I don't want to cause them unnecessary strife where it isn't warranted. I agree. So what's first? I need samples. There are unspeakable creatures living in the Madril caverns, living amongst radiated crystals and toxic mushrooms. I need a sample of each. A crystal, a mushroom, and secretions from a creature they call Urnsaurus. I don't expect the journey to be easy. Will you help us cure our forest? Yes, I will. You can count on me. You make an old soul very happy, my friend. The Madril Caverns is north across the river. You can spot it easily. The path is concealed by mossy rocks and trees. It can be hard to find on occasion. Go there and return swiftly. I don't think anyone still would want to talk to us. They will want to talk to us early in the quest, or later in the quest line, I believe. And that's just the junk dealer who always wants to talk about junk with me. Yeah, no one wants to talk with us yet. Oh, this guy does. Smile. Another Kerritamba puppet. Such a pity. What do you mean? You'll see in due time, my friend. When the time comes, you must make the choice. Will you be a puppet or part of a society? A part of bigger, better goal? You don't make any sense. You'll see soon enough. Just keep my words in mind, won't you? Keep your eyes open to the lies these people are trying to sell you. Shh, we never had this conversation. Okay, so this implies that we're setting up for some sort of plot. But to be honest, I don't remember there being any decisions to be made. But clearly there's someone somewhere, otherwise why did they put all those conversible NPCs down in the cave of spiders? So one thing that you can do with creature mounts that I didn't point out in the How to Traverse the Galaxy video, but someone smartly commented about it, is that if you do the command /gallop, you get the message your mount runs as fast as it can, and it just goes a bit faster for a very short period of time. So it will help you get to ADB a little bit faster, but it's only for a short period of time. Again, you can't constantly do this, and the recharge on it's kind of long. One pro strat here: don't dismount on the on the cave. I don't know why, but it always breaks when you try and dismount on this thing. You get stuck in midair for a little bit. The game will eventually right your position, but Just avoid it. Let's go on to instance 2 because why not? So this is the Madril Cavern. It's a very cool area in terms of decoration. We are going to have to defeat some creatures in here. And look for some samples. So actually, we don't have to defeat anything in here. We just have to click a bunch of stuff. So this first area is filled with lower level enemies. They're in their 30s, which is more appropriate for like when you should be doing these quests. But we're gonna click a crystal, we're gonna click a mushroom, and then unfortunately, to get an egg sample, we're gonna have to go basically all the way down into the cavern. Because the Urnosauri's eggs are only in the back half of this area, so we're going to be running for a little bit. So if you don't have Acaragum, get it. If you didn't go with the flow and your entertainer buff, get it. You're going to be doing a lot of running here. You're wondering what that command was used to do in Creature Handler PC. You remember using Creature Mounts and Gallop a lot more than... Yeah. It's honestly something that I never really thought too much to use. But, yeah, it's not really introduced in any normal way. So unless you just have the pre-existing knowledge, I looked up a commands list. Like, I don't remember ever doing it on live. All the newfangled speeders running around, yeah. I know everyone always cites it, but... Or everyone remember when vehicle mounts were introduced and then they didn't despawn properly, so people just spawned so many speeders that they just crashed the server all the time? That's a classic story people love sharing from live. For those who were around near the earlier days of the game. So this is the Madril Caverns village. You'll notice that if we talk to the patrolleers as, what are you doing down here? I'm not a threat to you. You understand us. I find that odd, but welcoming nonetheless. Even if you're not a threat, you haven't answered my questions. What are you doing down here? Thought I'd just explore a little. This cavern is a place to be explored curiously. Do you know what's down there? Whoa, calm down. I didn't seem to be offended. I'm sorry, it's just that I don't want to see another young one perish so needlessly. Tell me what's going on here. The Urnosaurus. They've been destroying our village, the cavern itself, for many years. Many have died, many young Madril. So we asked them about that. Your people seem in great need. Indeed. And we could always use more allies and help. You can go speak with our chief, Kkowir. Perhaps he will entrust you with helping us. Thank you. I'll go talk to him. So we'll talk to the chief of the Madril people while we're here, who is all the way to the back. Let's see. This person says go talk to the chief first. Go talk to the chief first. Yeah. Nobody really wants anything to do with us. Kkowir must have accepted your willingness to help. I hear the rumor mill turning about interesting things. I haven't talked to Chief Kkowir yet. Huh. Like what, if I may ask? They're here to help us and that you'll be answer the cries of our help. The cave is littered with dangers that our people have no hope of defeating. We were afraid, but now you're here. I'm flattered. Just don't let us down. That's all you need to worry about. No pressure. I don't think she'll want to talk to us yet, or she will. Or, yeah. I'll ask you some questions. Looks like Cantina girl, quote unquote. Yeah, Cantina girl. Guessing she means she works there, or that's her cantina. She'll educate me more about this place. As BC says, you're gonna go meet with the top dog. Be sure to mind your manners. Take the path to my right. It leads up to the chief. That's good to know. It'd be best not to keep him waiting. Now go. Can we speak with the shaman? You want stone? What? You want stone? What does it do? Madril Cave vast. Want a quick way out sometime? You want stone? I think I understand. Where does this take me? Where furry people live. Fur affinity. Which ones? That's actually the better questions. Which one? We've met multiple Kashyyykan like Wookiee villages here. Like where? Furry Man Home City, Kachiro. How do I get the stone from you? You do the task for me in the river. There be stones. Get them 10. Yes, get 10 stones. Give it to me. Okay, 10 stones. I can do that. This is a very good quest, especially on Legends. So make sure to pick this one up from the Mystic Shaman. I think I pronounced his name Ekrin Isdan. Yeah. So grab that, because we're definitely gonna have to go back up to the Dead Forest, because that's where we gotta get those stones from. Weaponsmith. Nope, doesn't want to talk to us yet. You. Nope. All right, so here's Chief Kkowir. Okay, it's spelled the same. I don't know why I thought there was a difference in spelling between the quest and the hymn. But anyways, here's the chief. You've spoken with Kkowir. I see. She must trust you, then. We only request help from those we trust. Perhaps you're the exact individual we need to help us. We'll find out soon enough. I'm ready to help the patrol. I care very strongly for my people. Therefore, my problems and issues come second. I want you to speak with the individuals in the settlement. They may have tasks for you to do. Complete them and come back to me. I hear Kkowir, member of the Kkowir's patrol, has something that needs to be done. I will go speak with her. Good. Go speak with her and follow her direction. We'll speak with her on the way out when we double back. First, let's make sure the Mystic doesn't need anything. Oh. Yeah, she just tells me to go speak with patrol. Weaponsmith might say the same thing. He just says, you're not a weaponsmith. You can't understand the beauty of crafting a weapon, simpleton. Wow. Do munitions have a quest down here? I can bring my trader down here and check sometime. Smuggler doesn't want to talk to us. Skypro doesn't want to talk to us yet. Well, either way, before we double back and talk to the patrol leader, we're going to go down here. Deeper into the Madril Cave. So interestingly, the quest that we got from the shaman is a level 80 group quest, because I think they make all the Madril caverns basically group quests. But all you do is go back outside the cavern and click 10 stones in a riverbed. I don't know why they labeled it so high. And give you a ton of experience. Alright, so here's the Urnosaur's eggs. You'll recognize these models from the Legacy quest from Talus, if you saw that part or played it yourself. So we click that. We are now done. Yeah, we're done for the Kerritamba chief. So let's go talk to the patrol. And I like how I talk about how I enjoy Kashyyyk a lot, but so far most of the questing is just me being running point A to point B through a cave. But that's just Kashyyyk. It has you doing a lot of footwork. It's leg day on Kashyyyk every day. Uh-oh. I'm in a void. Wait, is the skybox just Kashyyyk space? I think it is. Or like a section of it. Huh. Luckily, the overhead map has the cave lines, so I can just use that to navigate. It'll fix once we get another section, I think. Oh wow, my arrow's even gone. I could have fixed this by backing up, but uh-oh, I'm running into something. Uh-oh. I was too brave. Did I wander into someone's hut? Oh. I think I freed myself. Oh, there we go. Okay. Got it. Where am I? Okay. I backtracked. I should have done that immediately, but I was just like, nah, I could probably just navigate through it. Clearly, I couldn't. I bet I got stuck on some prop. All right, so here's Kkowir, member of the patrol squad. Kkowir told you to talk to me. He's so noble. Yeah, I have a task for you to do. Let's see. We've been having issues with hostile Uwari beetles, you see. We've tamed some of our own for our own use, but hostile Uwari still exist. They've been eating our luris mushrooms as of late. I'd like for you to thin their numbers a bit. Defeat 6 of them for me and come back. I'll do it. Where can I find them? You can find them at the entrance of the cave itself. I have no doubt you've seen them as you came in. Oh, thank you. I'm on my way. All right, so then I gotta defeat 6 bugs. I was gonna say the cave's hard to get lost in, but we haven't been to the Ernisori half yet, which that one's actually pretty easy to get lost in. I wouldn't say it's terribly confusing, but it takes a little bit of experience to get used to some of the parts of the cave. Specifically, once you get to all the bridges. Anyone who's been in this area before knows exactly what I'm talking about. It's easy to be like, wait, do I go up that way or that way to get to NK? All right, so we're back up with the beetles. Oh, that's right. Let's go collect some stones. I think I can run up this way. Yeah. I've spent a good amount of time in the front area of the Madril Cavern. Specifically, this was a really good spot to farm Scaly Hide when Kashyyyk Scaly Hide is in spawn, because you just go in, kill all the beetles, harvest their hide, exit, go to another instance, rinse, repeat, and just keep going down the instance list. The respawn timers aren't long enough to where you won't ever run into them not in spawn unless someone else is there farming. But if you exit the Madril Caverns and come right to the left, you will come to this waterfall in like a little pond, lake. And you'll see all these smooth forest rocks along the shore and in the water. So we're just going to click all of those. Again, very scary, spooky group quest here. I always wonder if, like, this requirement was something else. Like, they had you go to somewhere deeper in the Madril Caverns, which is why they had the group quest label on it. But then they don't have you do that. Like, Talaori's quest was a group to kill those beetles, which is like, sure, but then it's a group 34, but at the same time I got a group 80. Yeah, but either way, let's return to the Kerritamba Chief first. The reason I'm focusing on completing the Kerritamba Chief is because those will be quests that are more around the approximate same level. The Madril Caverns tends to spike in difficulty a bit more, which is a trend you'll see with a lot of quests on Kashyyyk. All of a sudden, the NPCs get really high level, and it becomes like a big group quest or something. So a great example of that is those Uwari beetles I just slew were like their mid-30s. The Ernosaurs are all like 75 and up. And they're all elites. So significantly harder than those beetles. We're back with Chief Kerritamba, though. What have you found, my friend? I hope you bring good news. I was able to find the samples. Good, good. It is time to test my theories. Please return after I've tested the mixture on one of the plants I have here. Hope it goes well and that we find a cure soon. I hope so too, and come back in a few moments. We may have a cure in mind. He said a few moments. What did you find out? It seems that with the heightened activity within the Madril Caverns, certain chemical reactions have set forth a spiral of rot and decay. It exits from the small streams from within the caverns out to our beloved forests. We must counteract it with certain elements. What are the elements? Where can they be found? I cannot go into details. I'll only tell you that I need from the surrounding forest. You must find an Osera seed from the moth, webweaver silk from webweaver spiders, a mystical renert crystal from a Seormi witch, and a Messis blossom, a rare plant found throughout the forest. I'll do it. My people and I thank you. I only hope you return quickly so we may cure our beloved forest in due time. I don't think any of them want to still talk with us. Maybe after the cure they will. Yeah. And I don't think this guy at the entrance will say anything else to us. He just likes being strangely obtuse. Yeah, he just says the same thing as he talked to us earlier about. I think if your mount didn't stay winded for as long as it does, Galloping would be more useful. But the cooldown's kind of long. Alright, so we found what we needed out of the blossoms. Pretty easy. Yeah, I go defeat witches, moths, and spiders. Let's just go this way. We'll head north out here and go along the river. Alright. Let's not defeat Steelclaw. It's a named NPC that will be used for other things. Hey, guys. Alright, so we defeated those. We'll get the witch one next, maybe? There's a good spawn of them. Yeah, right over here. I was wondering if just artillery would be enough. Interestingly, we... Does it have to be specifically a witch? Do monks not count? I guess so. We'll get that second then, or last, because we're closer to the Webweaver cave, so I don't really want to run back that way. Yeah, no, I agree, Zalvanar. It definitely doesn't feel like something that was iterated upon at all. Just kind of they reintroduced like creature mounts with the Beast Mastery incubation system and how you get them. So that's why it's like, yeah, it's there. It's a lot of things with this game though. It's like, yeah, it's there. Oh, we found it. I didn't have to kill this many spiders. You know, does it take the sport out of hunting if I'm using artillery and grenades? Nah. Like fishing with dynamite. Oh yeah, Zalvanar, what were some of your favorite parts of it? Because I think sometimes constraint can breed creativity, and even if stuff comes out janky and weird, it can still be really enjoyable. I mean, that's like, you know, I mean, that's a lot of Star Wars Galaxies in its own right, right? A lot of it is just kind of janky, but you still kind of find some fun in it. There's one witch here. It's not going to stop it from me from pissing everyone off, I guess. We got it. Bye, guys. It's probably the jankiest part of the game that I like. I mean, it's all so janky, it's kind of hard to narrow it down what is and isn't. Pets are pretty janky. Very fondly, the feeling of exploration running in, foot for maker, head away for Jabba. Oh, yeah, no, I get it. It was just kind of cool being in a world that big and continuous at the time, right? There weren't a lot of games at the time that just dumped you into a large world and be like, yeah, go, if you see it, you can walk to it, basically. Those existed, just not in the same vein, especially not in the Star Wars vein, right? 30 seconds if you're lucky. Personally, I don't think the Star Wars Galaxies planets are rich enough with content for me to actually want to walk anywhere. It is nice kind of taking your time to explore, but there's just not enough interesting things to explore. It's kind of the reason why I didn't finish Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. I'm like, I've already explored this overworld. Yeah, slightly different, but still the same thing. I'm not really interested in poking and everything like I did the first time around with Breath of the Wild. But we're back at Chief Kerritamba. They're deep in thought. I'm going to interrupt them. Ah, perfect. Now, let us hope it works. I will mix the ingredients and prepare it for you momentarily. If the cure works, it will easily cure our great tree, the great tree. I'll explain to you the history of the great tree in due time. Come back. All right, I'm back. Finally. He opens his hands. You can see a mystical vial. The cure. We must apply it to the roots of the great tree and hope that it extinguishes the evil from it. If it works, I'll give it to the great tree. And we received Great Tree Elixir, which is, I guess, the quest item. This is the Great Tree Elixir given to you by the chief. I don't remember keeping this, so I think this is going to get deleted from my inventory. Let me talk to this guy again, see if he has anything else to say. Nope. I'm guessing he's like an outcast in disguise or something. But he's not really like trying to sway me one way or the other. I'm happy to play like a game or another like a new MMO where exploration feels rewarding. So a lot of the time it just doesn't in these games, which is a shame because I think one of the strengths of like an open world RPG, especially one with a lot of sandbox elements, is like the exploration, right? But like Star Wars Galaxies doesn't have the coolest movement ever. I mean, that's just a bane of the format of a lot of MMOs is that the movement mechanics are pretty straightforward. So the act of exploring isn't as enjoyable as say as a game that focused more on movement, like a Spider-Man game where you're web slinging and stuff. So you got to make the rewards worth it. All right, we're here at the tree. A carved stone boasting crude designs and the jagged edges. It's apparent that this particular object belongs to a ruthless tribe. It looks like a tiny little pack of mushrooms. Use medicine on tree. The great tree begins to transform. Wow, the tree leveled up and then shot leaves out. So we heal the great tree. It's actually supposed to be brighter green, but I think the two models are overlapping. Like, see. Well, we gotta go back to the chief now. If the outcasts didn't want me to heal the tree, then they didn't do a very good job of convincing me otherwise. I get the idea that like in terms of like simulation, it would make sense if your creature was able to always gallop, because if they were, then like they would technically be like, work too hard and they'd overexhaust, collapse, or even perish, like in some cases where people rode their horses too hard. But as a game mechanic, it's annoying. A lot more collection items tucked away now to find reward exploration. Elite Dangerous captures the feeling of exploration well. He's in a different genre. No, I agree. Well, I mean, I think Elite Dangerous is an okay comparison considering this game has a space simulation aspect, and unless you're mining asteroids in Star Wars Galaxies, there's zero reward for exploring a space sector. So the collection items are fun to go around and click to fill out boxes, but oftentimes they don't reward you with anything other than XP. Sometimes if you like complete groups, you get a title, or they'll actually give you a physical reward. But a lot of the times they don't really give you anything other than XP. And at 90, you're like, well, I don't really need this anymore. An interesting experiment would be, could you get to level 90 only collecting items? The thought of that. Anyway, I'm not going to think about that one. Chief Kerritamba says, my friend, you cured the great tree. Now we can finally focus our efforts into helping the forest return to its beautiful vitality once more. There's no end to our gratitude. I was glad to be of help. You did more than just help. You saved our forest. You're a hero in our eyes now. Please take this, a gift from her. Sincerest gratitude. We got the Blade of Nyantha. Wow. This is deconstructible and can be recrafted. It's kind of a cool one-hand melee weapon. You leveled a trait from 88 to 90 doing the pet hand sampling collection? Real talk? I didn't even know that XP would apply for crafting or entertainers. I thought that XP was exclusive to, like, combat classes. That's wild. So now that we completed that main part, we can talk to the chief again. It says, the great tree has been healed, but another threat looms on the horizon. What is it? This Sayormi. Dedicated to the mortal ties of the death and decay, this Sayormi tried desperately to destroy our lush green forests with their dark rituals. You can find them east of us in a small part we like to call the Dead Forest. It is beyond hope. We cannot muster our soldiers against them. Their powers are too great and their tricks too vast for us to handle. How may I be able to help you? The carrying of the great tree has stirred the Sayormi. Where they once slept, they now roam, destroying our forests. Our souls cry, please help us, we must lower their numbers. We must show them that those of the Shoratu tribe of Kerritamba village will not stand idle. And sorry, I'm like, wait, you're not the Kerritamba people, you're just okay. Whatever. Kerritamba village will now stand idle, or not stand idle, and watch our forest die. You need to kill 20 of them. You got it, dude. You're an honorable friend. Can we talk to the other people yet? I know they do something. Nope. All right, let's go. If the Say or me wanted to really destroy the forest, why don't they just like burn it down and then like rot the soil so that it like life can't take place again? Whatever. I'm thinking about it too much. I'm just saying that like I feel like magic's more difficult than just starting a fire. Okay, somebody's farming over there, I think. The Sayor me are often AFK farm because they have a pretty unique loot table, I believe. So there's something out here that people want from them. I'm not exactly sure, but what's nice about them though is if you attack one, they all kind of get pissed, so they group up really nicely here. Got to defeat 6 more. Oh yeah, there's some random scout troopers out here. They're tied to some quest. I don't remember which one. It might be Imperial only. Because I have not done any Imperial quests since like live. So I don't have a great memory of what you do here as an Imperial. All right, Chief Kerritamba, we're back, and I've slaughtered many. I see you've returned safely. What news do you have from the Dead Forest? The Samori threat has been taken care of. Good. There is one last thing that you must do for us, however. Your path has been chosen, my friend. But first I must meditate on this with so the spirits can speak with me. So did we just commit to the Kerritamba story? Like, was that the point where I'd be able to split off and do something else? I have no idea. Let us continue. Now that their defenses have weakened, we must strike at the core of the Saramori people. The Saormi Queen commands her people with a fierce fist. Her wit, cunning, and knowledge of war and taxes are remarkable. We must defeat her. That is the first step. And the second, I accidentally click out of. Cyran's the Unfeeling. He is our most pronounced threat. He has the most pronounced threat and has been for many years. I remember him. What's the history between you two? At the time, I was a young warrior, and I had not yet proven myself to the tribe. It was he, Cyran's the Unfeeling, who killed my father, my beloved family. As a result, I was thrown into the leadership role, one I had not yet earned. It was a hard time. I remember I would rather not. It was a hard time I would rather not remember. Okay. Since then, our people have thrived. We came back from the ashes that Cyran's the Unfeeling had thrown behind him in his wake. We rose from despair and hopelessness. Our fight with him is not yet won, and we must strike at him where he is weakest. The Metescas defeat Cyran's the Unfeeling and his queen. You are correct. They live in the dead forest where the rest of his minions were found. Find them, defeat them, and we will be safe. I will do so. You make me proud. May safety be with you. All right, so we gotta go defeat 2 named NPCs. So, the queen is over here in the east side of the dead part of the forest. Cyran's is over here on the north side, patrolling up and down. You probably saw him earlier while I was flapping around on my bird mount. So we're gonna go defeat him first, because he's kinda on the way. I always like the unique junk loot you can get from this area. It's actually really good to use for decoration if you're doing more like a Night Sister, or if you're doing like a witches theme or like a Kashyyyk theme. There's some nice looking models that they don't really reuse too much here. You can also get some interesting weapon drops from the Saormi, like this one. This one's not a unique skin though, but they do drop like level 60 something weapons, which is funny considering their level. Oh, that's the exemplar. Oh, Cyran's is in the forest itself. My bad. Bad info. Queen's over here. Cyran's patrols down here, I believe. There's a lot of, like, named NPCs out in one spot, and as you may have noticed, you don't really get waypoints for a lot of these quests. He just says, go over there and do that thing. Waypoints for these quests are pretty well documented, though, at least. So if you ever get lost, you can use the SWG Legends wiki to find where you need to go. I've done these quests a lot, so I generally remember their cadence and where things are in the area. I guess we will defeat the queen first, since she's more on the way than Sirens is. So the queen is over here, I believe. Yep, there she is. Oh, she is an elite enemy. It won't save her, though. Wow, you guys didn't even defend your queen? They were like, you killed her too fast. We're not messing with you. Just get out of here. It also might have been smart for Sirens to actually be with the queen, like as a guard. But I guess he's so strong, he just doesn't listen to authority. So Sirens walks around the south side of the forest down here using these paths. So if we just stick around here... Oh, speak of the devil. He is level 34. He's one level higher than the queen. And he's done. Again, we're doing this at level 90, so don't be impressed with any of this. All right, we're back with the chief. Please tell me you were successful in your journey. Sirens and his queen have been defeated. Then our forest can rest once more. You are an unbelievable send from the spirits beyond. We thank you for helping us in our time of need. I was glad to be of help. Now I too can finally rest. I know that he means that as like take a break and not stop worrying, but it's almost like he's about to die. So the rewards he's given us so far is this mobile, which you can hang up, which is kind of cool. Again, fits like a spooky theme. And this other mobile, which again, pretty neat. Talk to him again. I have some unfortunate news, my friend. What is it, Seormi, Madril Caverns? No. It's entirely my fault that this has come up. I shouldn't have asked for your help. I don't understand. It is the honor of the arena champion to perform tasks for his people and his chief. Waratu is this the Shoratu arena champion, the hero of our village. His honor was insulted when I overlooked him and asked for your help with the situations that ailed our village. Now he wishes to challenge you and requests your presence in the arena. But I didn't mean to. I know, it is I who placed you in this dire situation. I can only deeply apologize for my ignorance, but you must face him. You must defend your honor or risk becoming a disgrace to our village. It is the Shoratu way. I see, I'll do the best I can. It is all I can expect. However, it is not beyond our ability to bring allies along. Perhaps it is best that you do. The challenge would be difficult for a single man. Well, good thing I'm a woman then. I stare at his groin because I'm so short comparatively. However, it would be most suited for a group of 3 individuals. Any more in the challenge set forth by Waratu would be considered not a challenge at all. Present this to the arena guard and he will show you in. I understand. Thank you for warning me. May the spirits choose your fate. So now we insulted Waratu's honor, so now we gotta go beat him up. He's not giving us an out with this one. So as you can tell by the journal entry, this is a group challenge rated for level 65. So this is a really good example of what I was talking about earlier, that we went from slaying mid-level 30s to now all of a sudden it's 65 for some reason. And a 65 group quest recommended for up to 4 players, no more though. But we're going to talk to Horaka. Man, the HW really throws me for a loop. You were to face the champion. Let me pass. May the forest spirits grant you blessing. This encounter is actually pretty tough at level to solo. If you are level 60-ish when you come in here, it shouldn't be a problem at the level we're at. But for extra safety, I'm going to take some buffs. I'm also going to take some Orisa, which gives us some poison resistance as we're going to be fighting a few things. Take my officer stim. We'll just leave Akuragam on. Yeah, we'll just take some spice, increase our strength, because why not? And yeah, we'll take some power up. We'll do our one-handed melee damage power ups. Again, I'm not too worried about surviving this. But, you know, I have all these buffs. Might as well use them, right? All right, so here's where we're at to. Finally, you come. Are you ready to face me? You know, I didn't mean for this. I don't want to hear your drivel. Face me now, or you'll be recognized as a coward and a fake. Okay, you asked for this, I'm ready. And then he vanishes suddenly. He doesn't even say anything, he just disappears. He must suspect spy. So you'll see we have a quest up here with timers, and we'll count down to the challenges. So, you can see we're already getting jumped by Spideys, which is why I put on poison resistance, as I feel that if we were going to get hit by a dot, it's going to be poisonous. But yeah, see, that'd be a pretty tough encounter to solo at level, regardless of what your build is. But as you see, as level 90 with all the buffs and stuff we're running, not too bad. For my Entertainer buff, I'm running Critical Chance, Glancing Blow, and all armors. I was debating on dropping the energy protection, but there are places in Kashyyyk where we will fight enemies with ranged weaponry, so I did want to boost my energy a little bit. But you can see I'm doing 70% mitigation with my armor on all the melee attacks. I also got to remember that I changed where I put inspiration on my bar. Unfortunately, this is, like I said, tied to hard timers, so I can't make the second challenge spawn any faster. Similarly, if you're doing this and you're baiting out waves by like snaring, rooting, regenerating, it's taking a long time, you will have another wave spawn on you. So you want to be able to defeat the waves at least fast enough so we're not too many show up at once. That first wave's pretty tough because of the number of spiders. I believe later waves will introduce fewer enemies, but at higher strengths, generally. So the spiders were all level 60 elites, so silver bars, strongs, whatever. This wave, I believe there's not as many, but I think they're higher level. I don't remember what they are, though. Yeah, okay. Yep, and these also poison. Yeah, 3 Ullers that are level 62, also strong. So half the number, but 2 levels higher. While we're waiting, to give you an idea what my stats are right now, 17,500 health. Again, not a lot because of my current build. I dumped Constitution a lot. Breath of Heaven would help pad that a little bit, but I'm just saying I probably don't really need for this. 11,000 action. I didn't take action cost reduction on my Entertainer buff because I have the proccing inspiration, but if you are not a Journal's Aspect Officer, take the action cost reduction when you're questing, especially at level 90. It will save you a lot of pain. Commandos and Jedi might be able to dump it, though, just because of how your professions work and regarding action use. But if we go under my skill mods, you can see that right now my critical hit chance is 52.64%. And we have 50% added onto that to my 4 core AoEs here. Again, that my expertise tree doesn't add on to Crippling Vortex. So all these AoEs are 100% chance to crit, which is why they're doing a ton of damage every time I use them. If we fight NPCs with critical hit reduction stats on them, which most in the base game don't have that, I believe some NPCs with Legends content do, but the ones we'll fight here won't. Level 64 strong Varactyl, gone. So we're critting a lot. Let's see, anything else interesting in here? You can see the exact mitigations going out for each stat and percentage, which is already shown on the armor screen because I believe Legends updated that UI to do that, so you don't have to flip over to here and look at it. We have a pretty good amount of block value from all the strength we have. Not a huge deal. Blocking is not that killer of a stat, but pretty good for PvE. There's the Glancing Blow increase I got for my Entertainer buff. Anything else that's fun in here? Yeah, so my parry chance right now is 11.7%. I can increase that a lot with power-ups. And my dodge is 28. So if I want to be more have a higher survival rating against creatures using melee against me, I do have parry rating power-ups that I can boost my parry, I think, over almost 50% with Breath of Heaven and all the officer buffs I'm running. But yeah, that's basically the part of the build, is that you get parry rating from precision, which is why in my gear and in my expertise tree I took so much precision. I have 660 right now with entertainer with medic buffs and all that, and 680 agility. So you can see my stats are actually pretty even across the board. This is not something I recommend doing. Usually you want to pick just like 3 stats and pump them, which usually be Constitution, Agility, and Luck for most officer builds. If you really don't care about self-preservation, then you could exchange Agility for something else, like Precision, most likely. Run Constitution, Precision, Luck. But I'm just messing around with it. Similarly, again, I've talked about it before, but in the expertise tree, you might want to... You'll probably want to take Constitution over any of the other boxes. I'm just running Precision for memes to see how it does. It's probably not better than taking the health, especially since my base crit's so high. I think they give you too much time between the 3rd phase and Waratu. I don't think most groups would take longer on one single level 64 elite Paractyl versus 3 Ullers or 6 spiders. I feel like the waves get easier as they go. The number of NPCs typically makes wave encounters harder in this game, rather than just bigger, tougher ones. Oh, he's dead. Ah, you've rightfully defeated me. I can't believe I have been defeated. You are a mighty warrior. Please spare me. So we can actually choose to let him live or let him die. Plot-wise, this has no importance. You just might get scolded at the chief. This chief is disappointed if you kill him, but he's like, yeah, okay, well, whatever. He was ready to kill you. We're just going to let him live, because whatever, man. He gave me time to talk about my build a little bit by us waiting here. It says, brought through battles and revelance, you truly deserve the title of Arena Champion. You could have easily destroyed me, and yet you spared my life. For this, I thank you. You will be known to the Kerritamba village simply as Hero. Wow. Which we just, Waratu there was level 65 elite, so a little bit stronger than that Varactyl. I clicked on the door. Send me through. Great. Alright, so we're back in the village. We'll just went across, talk to the chief again. Yeah, I'm just confused why it's the Shoata people and the Kerritamba village when this person's name is Chief Kerritamba. It seems the Kerritamba village and Kerritamba people. But maybe Chief Kerritamba is just a title. I don't know. Chief says, I see you returned and safely. I heard the news regarding Waratu and his challenge, and the fact that you spared his life when you could have easily destroyed him. You show signs of a true hero, and we welcome you into our village as a new arena champion. Welcome home. Thank you, Chief Kerritamba. And we actually got a badge for that. And we got the champion sword, which is just a curved sword. It's not unique in any way. Cool. And the chief says, please enjoy the kindness of our village as offer. The people will recognize you as hero and treat you accordingly. Chief has nothing else to see from us. He seems to be meditating. So now we can actually talk to the other people standing around here. You've been stirring up quite the talk these days, my friend. I hope it's good. Mostly good enough that I'm going to ask you for a few favors at least. Would you do, what do you think? They are not much, mind you. Completing them will be definitely help me out. First, who are you? If you must know, my name is Perusta. Perusta? Probably Perusta. I'm in charge of making sure the plants around these parts stay in good condition. Mostly I'm interested in the Myces blossom. I'm trying to find a way to breed a stronger version able to survive in the harshest of conditions. How's that going? Not very well, but I have narrowed down my experiments to a few specimens. I'll need some of the samples from the dead snubs around here. It should provide the adequate bed I need for my new Myces blossoms test. To be safe, I want you to gather 5 specimens of the dead moss on the stumps found in the dead forest. It's just west of here. I'll be sure to get those specimens for you. Good. Be sure to return with the moss soon. Myces blossoms only last for a little while. It's a pity, really. If we talk to the elder... He says that I'm not well known enough, even though I'm the arena champion. This person says, Anthnalus stares past you. The Saormi, they have touched my soul, a part of me that can never be restored. I can feel my soul rotting, falling away like summer to fall. A single tear rolls down on Anthnalus' face. I don't even know you yet, and you're already, like, taking the drama to level 10. I'm gonna need you to turn it back a little bit. What is wrong with you? Who are you? That sounds so condescending. Anyways, who are you? What do you want? You can't hurt me. No one can hurt you. I just want to help you. Question mark? I must understand why they wish to hurt me. I have to understand them. I have to, or my soul is lost. Will you help me? Will you help me? After grabbing and shaking me harshly. Ow, yes, I will help you. First, just calm down. You know, a Wookiee gripping a Bothan, that would definitely hurt if they're using all their strength. Please, before it's too late. I can feel their hands around my soul, squeezing tighter. All hope is lost to me. My mind aches. Make the voices stop. Make them stop. Find the Sayormi. Bring me their voodoo dolls. It is how they're controlling me. Only then I can make them stop. My head hurts. It hurts. Okay, I'll be back. So we have to go collect voodoo dolls. We actually have a voodoo doll, but she doesn't mean the junk loot kind. She means the, like, the go slay the thing to get the quest loot kind. Will you talk to us? Your heart is pure and your will is strong. You must be a warrior. We, the Kerritamba, honor you as brethren. Thank you. And who are you? That's exactly what I would say, actually. Thanks. Who are you? I am Must, headhunter of Kerritamba Village. I set forth challenging goals for my fellow warriors so that they may prove their worth to the tribe. That's nice. I'm going to go look around. I am ready to be tested. Only those of the Kerritamba tribe are tested. I'm considered part of the tribe now. I should be tested. I am skeptical, but if what you say is true, how do you not know I'm the hero? Whatever. Then I have no choice but to test your will and honor. Find them. You will be tested. First, you must collect 8 moth hides for the tribe. We use them to make clothes and to help us with our home, insulate our homes. I accept your task. Good. You will find the muff grazing in the dead forest just east of here, but beware. The Samori lurk there, hoping to feast on the souls of the fallen. Thank you. I'll be very wary. May the spirit of Nanthe Oris guide you. So this is a problem with this quest line. You can't get these quests until you become the hero of the village, which you need to be, which is intended you're level 65 for, or approximately. But then all the quests you get are mid-30s. So in terms of progression, it's really stilted and strange. But either way, let's go check them out. Okay, this guy actually has something else to say now that we're the Kerritamba hero. I see the Kerritamba have yet again pierced the skin of the ignorant with their deceiving talons. You should have been wiser, my young friend. You didn't do anything. You were too busy being mysterious and trying to be cool to be useful. The Kerritamba people are good people. Who are you? That is no concern to you now, is it? You've already made your choice. You had better watch yourself. Yeah, again, but like I talked to you at every step and you never told me to do anything. Did I have to talk to you before I go fought the champion? And then would you like, maybe that's it. Maybe I had to talk to him before I fought the champion. And then he'd be like, prove your loyalty to our dark arts and kill the champion or whatever. But there's nothing hinting at you to do that other than if you're just being really persistent talking to him repeatedly. So from a quest design standpoint, it's not a very useful onboarding point to like alternative paths. Especially since the Kerritamba people really didn't do anything suspicious. They've just been what very obviously looks like healing the planet Captain Earth style. Or Captain Planet. So like I don't get what's so deceptive about them. The only thing they told me was they got attacked by the Sayormi before. And that the Sayormi murdered their families, which seems to be true. Yeah. I think they were trying to make you make a moral decision to be good or evil healer, but they don't make the evil decision obvious enough through the quest design to really be compelling at all. Do I not? This is a... Can I? Give me the moss. The stumps are so big as models that I was like, wait, where do I need to stand? Oh yeah, we gotta collect dolls. Might as well kill these guys. Oh, and hides. Wow, they're like right there. Oh, that was the spice wearing off. I like how I could purge the effects of negative spice with synaptic stimulator. You can also as medic, like with the serotonin boost. You probably can with somebody else. I know a lot of other professions have the dot purge. I don't know about the debuff purge. Purging debuff is a little bit more rare. Okay, we've collected enough voodoo dolls, so I don't need to bully the Sayormi anymore. How about hides? We still need 3 more moth hides, so I'll be defeating moths. Gotta keep my eye out for stumps, though. I kind of just spaced out and started slaying again. I don't think... I think most of the stumps are towards the north. Slows down for combat. You want round 2, old man? Okay, I guess we're done collecting hides. So we're just gotta go click on some stumps. Speaking of which... I guess you have to run up on top of the stump. Which, a nice attention to details. They actually... This red coloring actually does look like moss. And some of the stuff hanging off the side. So I'm glad that they actually made the model look like it does have moss on it. Not just like they took one of these tree models, cut it in half, and then just left it. So that is a nice attention to detail. There's another stump. Luckily, there's more stumps than there are objective requirements, which is a nice change of pace. So there's not exactly 5 stumps in this whole forest you have to hunt down. At least I believe. That or I just never have a hard time finding them. This game always has, like... It always fights between having really nice attention to detail, like with these stump models actually having moss on them, to... Damn. They just didn't think about this one. I think I already collected moss from this one. Yeah. We gotta go the other way. Maybe there are exactly 5 stumps. Oh, there it is. It took a second to draw. Oh no, there's more than 5. There's another stump right there. Alright, back on the bird. I feel a little bad that I couldn't figure out, like, the outcast section of this, but... I didn't think about talking to that guy again before I went and slew Uratu, because I feel like if there was a decision to make, it would have happened sooner than that. I feel weird that killing the arena champion would have been the one to be the crux. But again, I don't even know that's true. We're back with Mist Warrior. I see that you have come home victorious. Let me take those moth hides from you. Thank you, Headhunter. Gives us 1,000 credits. The Kerritamba people hold great pride in the hunt. It is time you showed the tribe that you too hold such passion and skill. For this test, you must search the Kkowir forest and find the infamous Steel Claw, which they spell his name here different than it's spelled on the NPC. He is a brave moth and has caught the eye of the Kerritamba people. Slay him and bring back his ear as proof. I will find him and bring back the proof of my deed. You are brave. I await your return, warrior. All right, back with Anthnalu. Where are my dolls? Do you have them? Can I see them? Yes, I have them here. Yes! Now I will find out how they control me. Maybe I can cure my illness. Maybe the voices will get out of my head. Is my soul lost? Will you help me fix it? Yes, I will help you fix it. What do you need? Talking to her again. Like the threaded knives, I can feel them scrape at my soul. They use little dolls to control me, control my soul, my mind, and fill it with little voices, little dolls and little voices. Do the dolls speak to me? Will you help me fix my soul? Will you? What will you have me do? I need to wash my soul. Okay, well, I'll get the soap. And I need certain things to help me make the voices go away. I'll get you the earmuffs. I need snake eyes to find the illness in my mind. Okay. Moth hair to capture it so I can't get away with a myces flower. So it can't get away. And sorry, they did Oxford comma here. And a myces flower to make it all better again. Will you help me, please? They didn't add enough unique things to this area. They just had me going and collecting the same things repeatedly. Yes, I will gather those things for you. Find them. Help me take the voices away. Okay, let's speak to Perusta again. Perusta, I have the moss you wanted. Oh, yes, of course. Thank you. Stay here while I place the moss inside the pots. It didn't work. The myces blossoms that I didn't didn't live long enough for me to complete the experiment. I need more if you can find them. They're starting to die out. However, bring me 5 of them. That should be enough to succeed at least once. I'm on my way. Hurry back. They don't last long. All right, so we gotta go. Oh yeah, I should probably just be walking, huh? See, the thing is, they talk about these myces blossoms being so delicate and rare, but then they stuck them all over the place, which I'm not complaining about. Because we can complete the quest before even really... I mean, we could have stayed in the village and picked them right here. But let's talk to these two characters again. Oh, right. I still need Muff Hair and Snake Eyes. Let's talk to Perusta. There you go. Were you able to find the Blossom Diaspora? Yes, here they are. Great. Let me plant them. And she rewards us with the mystical centerpiece. Yeah, pretty nice piece of furniture. Apparently this is 3 of Nenthyioris's gifts. Thank you for all the help you've given me. I hope this experiment was a success. I'll have to see you in a few days. Until then, you may want to ask her out. Others may want your help. Thank you. I hope it works out. So we're done with her quest. I don't think the Elder will talk to us before we're done helping these other two NPCs. I think that's what the rhythm is here. Alright, well, there's plenty of snakes around here. We'll just get some down this way as we head towards some moths. The only problem is they stick them all in those watered areas. Okay, so we got the snake eyes. Let's get lucky with the moths here. Nope. Got one of the ones I needed. Well, let's head over to Steel Claw, and maybe you'll get lucky and he'll count as giving Moth Hair. Not counting on it, but we'll see. Throw my knife at him. Oh yeah, gave me the Moth Hair. Wow. That was generous. Completed 2 quests with 1 NPC. Oh yeah, this weapon skin drops from the NPCs here, and I always liked it because it just kind of looks like a Super Soaker kind of like water pistol. So I always like recraft it, and then I make it like my cold weapon because I just think it's funny. All right, here's Mooseset. We'll tell him that we defeated Steel Claw. I have Steel Claw's ears. You have proven yourself a warrior. You have but one more test that I must give you. Return soon. I must tell the tribe of your great success. I have decided to, on your final test, young warrior. Do you remember my warnings regarding the Sarmori? Yes. It is them you must hunt now. By the day, their actions become bolder and it is threatening our way of life. Just earlier today, our hunting scouts were attacked by the Seormi. Luckily, our people managed to get away. We must strike back. The situation opens a perfect opportunity for you to show us the prowess in battle. Therefore, I want you to collect 7 Seormi necklaces as proof of your good deeds. I will do as you bid, Headhunter. Good, go then. The Seormi can be found in the Dead Forest. Be safe in knowing that the spirit of Nanthyioris is with you. Anthelu says, do you have the things that will fix me? The things that will free me from this prison? Please tell me you do. I do. Here they are. I hope they help. Stay here while I mix these. She gave us a chair. It's a pretty neat chair. She says, they've released me from their grasp. I am fine. Thank you. Thank you for saving me. So we're done with her. So let's go defeat more of the Seormi. Could be Seormi. It's probably Seormi, right? Yeah, it probably is. There's a lot of things in this like game where since I've never had to sit and read it aloud, I just put the pronunciations in my brain. And then when I actually sit and read it, I'm like, wait, Seormi. Because it's M-I. But also it's a fictional name, so who cares? Hello, everybody. I wish there was exactly one more NPC in that group. I got... What? Get out of here. Interesting. The credits went to my account immediately. Oh yeah, don't expect to get rich doing these quests, by the way. I mean, the junk loot sells okay, but they don't give you terribly large amount of credits. Good XP, though. Alright, so we'll talk to Moost. The attacks have stopped. You must have been successful, young warrior. It is true. I have the necklaces here. It is a good day for the Kerritamba people. Thank you. You have passed all my tests. All of your tests, my friend. I have nothing else for you. I learned many things from my tests. Did I, though? Please speak with the other villagers. Sure, they need your help. And he gives us a neat table. Wow. All right, so if we come over to the Elder, I think he'll talk with us now. Yep. Ah, yes, I have heard your name whispered on the low voices of the Kerritamba people. Let's do business. Who are you? I am Arden de Mora, servant of Chief Kerritamba. I handle worldly affairs for him. What worldly affairs? I have no doubt that you have heard of the outcasts, the pitiful insects of the world that thrive within the cave just beyond our sight. Together, you and I will rid the village of those meddlesome pests, I think. What if I don't want any part of this? Then you'll be banished from the Kerritamba village and marked as a traitor. Fair enough. When do we start? Now. First, we want to send a message to the outcasts of the Kerritamba mean business. You'll do this by bumping off 5 outcast members. You will find them in the dreaded Webweaver Cave, just behind the waterfall. So you, Kerritamba, what do you say? I'll get right on it. Good. All right, we gotta go defeat some outcast assassins. So I feel like if I was to find where the path deviates in the quest line and I jump ship to join the outcasts, the quest that I'd be given would be the reverse. So come and defeat Kerritamba warriors, the named Kerritamba NPCs, etc. Again, though, the outcasts do a pretty poor job of selling themselves and getting you to come over other than, no, they're evil, you'll see. You'll see. But then they just don't want to say anything else to me. I think if I was to redesign this quest series, I would... make Zardon, the guy who meets you, more prevalent, or like be more specific, be less mysterious and vague. It was just too much work to figure out how do I join their side. Like if they really wanted my help, I feel like they'd, try and mark out for it. Just be a little bit more direct, Or like have him approach you later, like one of the quest NPCs, like where they'll spawn in and approach you. I know that's buggy a lot of the time, but. Or maybe have set him near, like, if you want him to approach you before the arena, have set him near the arena and, like, have him, like, whisper to you or whatever. I get that they want to, like, act like he's undercover and hiding and whatever, but it makes it hard to actually determine what the hell he's doing there at all. And when you're supposed to talk to him. So all these NPCs are the 38s. With a little bit extra health. They also have these spiders with them, but... Spider's like, I'm not messing with that. Oh, these guys got guns. Look at you. All right, we're done. So run in, slay 4, and leave. I'm surprised none of the spiders aggressed on us, considering last time we were here, we did catch aggro on the way out. You know what? Maybe I wouldn't want to join the outcast because this damn audio ringing happens every time I go in and out of this dumbass cave. Outcast spice. They have nourishing vitacaps here too? Alright, back with the Elder. I'm back so soon. Tell me you haven't completed your task already. I have. Does that surprise you? I have underestimated you, Zol. Nonetheless, I must brood over our next attack. Come back in a moment. Excellent. Now, let's discuss our next plan of attack. The outcasts have what's called an exemplar. It is the highest rankings in the outcast society, and we... Why do you know so much about the outcasts? It is wise to know your enemies, child. Now stop interrupting me. How do you know I'm younger than you? Whatever. Where are we? Ah, yes, the exemplar. There's an exemplar named... I'm just going to call him Zeus. I want you to track him down and, take him on a hot date to Applebee's. Okay, where is he? You'll find him milling around here somewhere. Lately, the Kerritamba people have noticed a strange individual lurking around here these days. Be sure to bring back the exemplar's ring. As you say, Ardon, I approve of your attitude. Now go, make me proud. He did say make me proud. I had to reread it because I'm like, what are you, my dad? I will say that not being able to take out a vehicle mount in this area does make it feel a little slow. Just because of all the point A, point B that quests do. There's not a lot of multi-stage quests here. It's just talk to person, go do thing, go back. It's not like go do this, or... There's a few that gives you multiple objectives, but they're usually pretty brief. Like the 2 snake eyes, 2 muff furs, that kind of stuff. So... I kind of wish that these quests were more multi-staged or had more parts to them. That way there wasn't so much go out, do one thing, go back. You know what I mean? SWG NPCs say they're proud of me instead of my dad. Yeah, very cool of the quest designers to inject that into my life. All right, we defeated Exemplar Zeus. Sorry, I didn't look at his level before I killed him, but you understand. Oh, hey, the defeating Exemplar gave us the Exemplar's Mark Carbine. It's actually a pretty cool weapon skin. At least I think it is. It's a carbine, but it's kind of funny because there's no stock to it. It's just the handle, and the barrel's so freaking massive, so it looks more like an amped up pistol, which given the range, you think it would be 35 meters again for a carbine. But I believe if you recraft it, the range goes up to 50. Don't quote me on that, though. I don't remember having recrafted any of these. I do remember this weapon skin, though, specifically because when I was trying to figure out what carbine I wanted for this look, it was between the Exemplar's Mark and the Firestar. I ended up going with the Firestar because I like this silver with the stock. I thought the colors match really well with this armor set. 55 mini range didn't hurt either. I think on Legends, the Exemplar's Mark gets recrafted to 55 meters, actually, not 50. The Legends did an update a while ago for some Kashyyykan carbines that instead of getting the same damage output as like the 50 meter ones, they'll get the extra range. So they have more variability with the skins, but I don't remember the entire list off the top of my head. Back with the Elder, though. Ah, well, if it isn't the hero of the day, my Myconicus told me about your success against the Exemplar Zeus. The chief is pleased as well, I hear. Is he? Speak with me in a moment or two. I have matters to which I must attend. Supposedly, I have a letter from Chief Kerritamba about you. Why did he send you a letter? He's right fucking there. He just shout, hey, come over. Well, if it isn't you again, I don't like the way you say that. You have done good work and are now free for my services. Chief Kerritamba has heard of your exceptional work and has named you the Blood Hunter of Kerritamba Village. It is the highest regard of the chief's appreciation for your work. Blood Hunter, I like the sound of that. And I got the Blood Hunter badge. I don't think I get a title. Title Blood Hunter would be pretty metal. No. That would have been cool, though. I have no work for you, my friend. You've succeeded in Chief Kerritamba. You have succeeded the chief's expectations and as well as the Kerritamba village. Good. I'll be around to make sure things are in order. Yeah, I don't think anyone else. I think we're done with the Kerritamba village. I believe that's everything. It's interesting that they made that arena era for Waratu, but then didn't reuse it at all. All right, there's this flechette in here. Speaking of item collections that you can collect. But this started combat with, let me guess, the Kerritamba people nearby. Yep. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I think we're done. Okay, so before we leave this area, I want to go back to the Madril Cavern, as we do have 2 quests to turn down there. One for defeating the aggressive Uwari beetles, and one to turn the stones. So let's head back that way. So if you don't have it already, which I don't expect people to do, to have this already, especially if you're doing this content at level, the sprint enhancement stim is definitely a major boon here, even though it has a pretty long cooldown. Just getting through this cave any faster is always welcome. So I'm going to slam that on, and we're going to sprint all the way back down. Man, the water effects in here are wild looking. They wanted to, I guess, make it look more like still cavern water, but they made the surfaces really reflective. At least with the graphic settings I have on. Never really actually paid attention to it much. Damn. All right, so we're back with Talo Ori. The hostile Wari beetle infestation has calmed somewhat. Looks like you did a good job. Thank you. Come talk to me in a few seconds. I am getting a signal, and I hope it is another Urnsori's attack. They've been on the rise lately. I will. Thank you. Also, she gave us a Wookiee totem. This actually emits light when placed, so you can use it as a light source. But if we speak with her again, she says, oh, hey, you're back. You know, luckily it hadn't been another Urnsori's attack. I probably would have had to save you. Be glad. Oh, I am. Does anyone else need help? Come to think of it, I know Kkowir has some things she needs done. She's in the cantina. She makes the best Warl surprise. You should try it sometime. Thank you. On a day's work, as she shrugs. What can I... Oh, a task I needing help with. Who sent ye? Was it the sweetheart Tala Ori? She's always looking out for me. Let me see what I need from you. Oh, yes. I'm running out of nectar for me specialty. Warl surprise. You can get nectar from the leaves of Warl plants. I need 10 leaves. What do you say? I'll go take a look. What do they look like? Well, they're small purple plants. You can find them where there be hostile Awari beetles, right in the entrance of the old cavern. They'd be pretty hard to miss. I'll be sure to find them, thanks. We'll find those later, though. We're gonna go talk to Ekrin Isdan. We've gotten your stones. You bring 10 stones back? Surprise, here's the stone response. Thanks? So, we received the mystical stone. People who remember this from live will know that while you're in the Madro Caverns, if you use the mystical stone, it will teleport you to Kachiro, in front of the great tree. However, on Legends, this item has been updated, as you can see in the quest restriction, or item description. Teleports you to Kachiro. Can be only used on the ground areas of Kashyyyk outside Kachiro. So they expanded this item to be used not only in the Madro Caverns, but the Dead Forest, the Etyyy hunting grounds, the Riot Trail, and it might be usable in the Ocean Blackguard instance. I actually haven't tried. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to come with the Deadwood and start this rolling, specifically so we can get this item sooner. So I'm going to throw it in my backpack, and we'll just put it on my travel bar here for no reason. So if I use this item, we just go straight back to Kachiro proper. Sick. So this is going to help with getting around really quickly. All right, so now that we finished the Kkowir Forest and we've done a little bit inside the Madro Caverns, now is actually a good time to pivot to the next area I would recommend going to if you've completed those quests at level. So we're going to hop on our jetpack and we're going to head east out of Kachiro over to the Rodian Hunters Camp, which, if you remember, Chaluk directed us over that way to talk to Rodian to gain access into the Etyyy hunting grounds, which would be the next most level appropriate area to go to. Defeating Waratu is definitely a weird spike in difficulty in that quest line. So usually what I would do while leveling is I'd go into the Dead Forest in my, mid-30s, early 40s, do everything up to Waratu, then leave, and then go get access to the Etyyy hunting grounds. You can always ask somebody to help you defeat Waratu if you just want to complete that quest quickly so you can get to doing the other quests for the Kerritamba tribe, or if you know how to get over to the Outcast section of that quest line, do that. Since those are all still like mid-30s in terms of their difficulty and reward. Totally up to you, though. There's a lot of different ways to do it. There's a baby bantha. Wow. Another baby bantha. Wow. And a baby Roru. Wow. All right, so we are here. There are 2 NPCs you can get quests from here. One is Kursak, which is the Rodian that gets access to the hunting grounds. The other one's Ortha. Ortha will ask you to defeat Vractals and collect their feathers and sell them, and then Ortha will give you credits. You won't get any unique reward or XP, but it's repeatable as many times as you want. So if you just want to keep slaying Vractals all day, they'll reward you for it. But we're going to skip that. We're just going to talk to Kursak. Want to enter the hunting grounds? You think Etyyy is open to just anyone? Not even close. If you can prove you can handle yourself as a hunter and maybe make yourself useful, well, maybe. I'm not promising anything, and I'll likely just turn you down either way. But if you're willing to do some things for me, I can grant you access to the hunting grounds. What do you want me to do? Eager? That's a good sign. First, I want you to see what kind of hunter you are. And to be honest, I want you to hunt prey that we are not allowed to hunt ourselves. For whatever reason, Sordam, the lead Rodian hunter here on Kashyyyk, has declared Kashyyyk Bantha off limits to Rodian hunters. Don't ask me why. Don't ask my why. Something to do with a childhood tragedy or something. You want me to hunt Kashyyyk Banthas? Yes, I do. You get away with it, probably. I'm mostly sure you could. At the very least, Sordan would be unlikely to blame me. So go, hunt Kashyyyk Banthas. You'll find them all over the place. I need 17 flawless Kashyyyk Bantha pelts. Not every Kashyyyk Bantha you hunt will have a pelt that's in good enough shape. But plenty of them will when you've collected 17 of them. Come back here and talk to me. I'll do it. All right. Let's go beat up some banthas. I know my medic bus wore off, but the banthas are level 22. I think we can wait to go refresh our buffs. Are you doing the exact same quest, my man? Oh my goodness, what are the odds that someone's trying to get into Etyyy Hunting Trail at the same exact time? He's also level 90. Let's go the other way, so we're not fighting over bantha pelts. Some of you may be asking, why does another level 90 want access to the Etyyy Hunting Grounds? To access the Avatar platform, you need to complete a quest that one part of it will have you going into the Etyyy Hunting Grounds to hunt down some specific Trandoshans. And the reason players will want access to the Avatar platform on Legends is because completing the story mode or original version of the Avatar platform will give you access to the hard mode version that was made by the Legends development team. So that's probably what that person's doing, that, or maybe they're just like me and they want to do some quests. Avatar Station platform hard mode is a much more difficult instance than the original Heroics that was crafted by the Sony development team that still exists in the game. It's definitely more demanding in terms of gear, I guess you could say. You can still definitely carry a person or two in it, but you want everybody pretty well geared and understanding like their professions and some of the boss mechanics, specifically because the enemies in there are they're very chunky. They take a while to defeat, so you don't really want to be messing around for too long. But we've gotten all our Kashyyyk bantha pelts, so let's go back talk to Kursak again. He gave us the Bantha hunting trophy, so if you're ever wondering how to get this is the quest that gives you it. Kursak says, well, look at these flawless Kashyyyk bantha pellets. Well done, I'd say I'm impressed, but it's not like that was all that difficult a task, but it was appreciated all the same. Can I get into the hunting grounds now? No, not yet. We've only just started. Next, I need you to deliver these flawless Kashyyyk bantha pelts you've gathered, as well as some others I've had stashed. Never mind where they came from. I need all of them delivered to a contact I have in the Corellia system. Okay, I'll deliver them. Space mission time. This is usually the part of the Etyyy Hunting Grounds access that people get stuck on, is the mandatory space quest. Now, this space quest isn't exactly something that you need to be ace pilot for. However, most players probably don't even progress past, your starter ship. And the ships that you'll encounter in this quest line are just difficult enough where attempting this with only the starter ship would be a bit of a challenge. I'm sure it's doable, question mark, but I remember trying it with the starter ship multiple times and failing, and then I think I leveled up to like tier 3 piloting and then found it a breeze. So you don't need to be an ace pilot for this part. Worst case scenario, you can always ask somebody to help you who is a higher ranked pilot if you don't want to level up piloting yourself. But yes, unfortunately for the Access Avatar platform, you have to be have some piloting, or at least the starter ship. So it's in Corellia space, but we're just going to launch from here. I will just hyper over to Corellia space. There's our Rhodian fighter, Sordan. So we have to dock with it. I'm actually surprised it's not labeled as a quest ship. Unless that's somebody else's. Let's get to the waypoint first to make sure before I try docking with that thing. That might be another player's. Yeah, no, that's definitely another player's. That is not mine. So someone flew out here, spawned this freighter, and then never docked with it, because I don't think there's another player near here. Nope. Hit the target player key, nothing showed up. Yep, this one's mine. I don't know what happened to that other one. Maybe there's a guild right now, or a group of players that are all trying to get keyed at the same time. No idea. Some enemies spawned in. They're all tier 3s. Not too worried about that. Maybe they'll blow up the other player's shuttle, not mine. Yeah. Alright, so we were able to get in here, dock fast enough, and deliver the cargo. Kursak has another task. You head to the Kashyyyk system and escort some inbound supplies. All right, let's go back to the Kashyyyk system. We'll go to neutral territories. I don't know what the closest point is. I can't blow up someone else's quest in PC, can I? Huh. I'm not going to do that, but that is good to know. I don't think they're actively, like, doing something with it, but I don't want to be that guy. Alright, so we're here at the next part where we're going to have to escort a freighter. So we did our favorite delivery, and now we gotta do an escort. Kursak seems to think we need an escort to make this delivery safely. To be honest, I'm not sure I disagree. That's what the freighter pilot says to me. Interestingly, the pilot of the Rhodian freighter is a Bothan. I'm not sure if that's randomized or if that's just what it is, but that's funny regardless. One thing that'll give Kashyyyk space is that it feels a little bit more lively than other space sectors. I just think the skybox is a lot neater. It's got these like cool like gas clouds floating around, and you know, you got the Avatar platform, you got the like Imperial station, and I think there's a Rebel station around here. Then you got the, of course, the Kashyyykan station. It feels a little bit more unique as far as big square boxes go out of the space sectors. Oh, there we go. More fighters, and they are more tier 3s. Ooh, A-Wing. That's a little annoying, but as long as I hit it once, it'll just explode. These are Wookiee pirates. You know, it's kind of comical to think about a Wookiee fitting in the A-Wing's cockpit, considering how small the A-Wings are. Obviously, they fit. I'd never survive if you haven't been here. You have my thanks. No problem, freighter pilot. I think we're almost there. Famous last words. Yep, there we are. Stand by. Looks like we have one more task for you before you land. Okay. By the way, the freighter said, you earned my respect, my sure Kursak. Here's this. Destroy an inbound shipment of Chiss poacher weapons. Okay, that's what we gotta do next. Kursak wants you to destroy a shipment of weaponry for the Chiss poachers on Kashyyyk. Stand by for that mission. Just waiting for the Chiss. Give me the Chiss. Where are they? There they are. Alright, well, let's just blow them all up. They're all tier 3s and tier 2s. Okay, well, the Ace and the Freighter are already gone. So let's just finish off the rest of the fighters. Yeah, doing this with a prototype ship I don't think is really doable. Just because of all of that going on. The blue humans with pink eye. Rude, dude. Ships are cool. They're just the Blue Man group. What if they were in space and more of them? I have never seen the Blue Man group live or at all, and honestly don't care to. Alright, so we completed our space missions for Kursak, so let's return to him. Alright, back with Kursak. Good work destroying that shipment of Chiss weapons, though it's kind of riled up the Chiss poacher camp to the north. Maybe we should rile them up even more. Go attack their camp and reduce their numbers a bit. Take out 21 Chiss posters. Yeah, that sounds like a good number. Return me when you're done. The Chiss posters won't know what hit them. Unfortunately, I think this is another one of those areas where there's not 21 of them. So we're going to have to wait for a spawn. Someday you'll have a silly little funny monkey pet. Well, if you ever need help with the silly monkey pet, let me know. Alright, so the Chiss poachers are staying up here in the northeast end, but we'll probably run into a few of them. So once you hit this river, we're going to want to head northeast-ish. Just follow it up that way. And ignore the forest stalkers. We're not here to destroy more Wookiees. Instead, we are here to defeat these guys. Don't need to attack at all, just throwing grenades enough. Grenades are enough. And you'll get to this division, you want to stay to the left. Yeah, let's take out their main camp before we worry about... There's basically 2 groups patrolling. And then there's their main camp here. Just gonna... Their AoEs, beat them all up. Man, the range on Crippling Vortex is a lot larger than I always think it is. Alright, so let's leave these. Just because why not? And then there's one more group of Chiss we can defeat. They're over here. And they patrol up and down this little corridor. Or at least they're supposed to. There's just one of them. I don't know if he got stuck or not. I think he did. I think there's a patch of them up here. Nope, those are pigs. There's a black scale. Never mind. So one thing you can find also at the Chiss camp, which is something to do while we're waiting for them to respawn, as we defeated 16 of them and we need 21. As you'll see, there's this covert retaliation rifle here. We'll pick that up. This is a very cool weapon skin, by the way. We'll get this unique weapon skin in the Etyyy hunting grounds. We'll actually get a couple unique weapon skins that I think are all pretty cool. This quest is probably... Wow, the ones at the camp already spawned. I wonder where the other ones spawned. Oh, that guy literally just spawned. Alright, we're done defeating them all, so let's mount back up and leave. Either way, we're back with Kursak. Well done with your attack on the Chiss camp. You've done far better than I ever expected. I suppose I can grant you access to the hunting grounds. Etyyy, ready to go? Yes, I'm definitely ready. Okay, before we go to Etyyy, let's get back to the Kkowir and go get our med buffs, as there are some NPCs that we might encounter in Etyyy where being buffed up will just make things go a little faster, if you get my drift. I'm going to show you all a pro strat. I could drive back to Kkowir, or I can go into Etyyy and just, you know, use my stone. Because the load screens in this game are fast enough that I could just do that. That was definitely faster than driving. I will not have you tell me otherwise. The main reason I like getting the med buffs is, you know, it's really good stats. 250 stamina and, like, what is it, 250 con? That alone's worth it. But then you also got, like, the agility bonuses. Dodge bonus is pretty killer. 5%. That's a lot. So after you gain access to the Etyyy hunting grounds and go in, if you have the Find Jason Brody quest from earlier, you have to actually go back and speak with Treluk. So let's do that. Good. Now that you can come and go from Etyyy, you can be a further service to me, and I can be a further service to you. West of the main Rodian hunting camp is a small compound being used by Arconans who are addicted to salt. Something about their physiology causes salt to be very addictive to Arconans. At this compound, you'll find a colleague of mine named Johnson Smith. Johnson Smith and the Arconan compound? That's right. Please help Johnson. He's not only helping those poor Arconans, but he is also overseeing a little project of mine. I'm certain he could use your help. Please do whatever you can for him. I think he will also have more information about the person you are looking for, Brody Johnson. Both of their names are Johnson. This can't be related. So if you seek him out, you'll help both of us. I'll go speak with Johnson Smith. Excellent. On your way, then. All right, now we'll go to the Etyyy hunting grounds. I was checking my quests, and I was just like, wait a second. All right, so here we are in the Etyyy hunting grounds. While you're in here, again, you can't call vehicle mounts, so creature mounts are the name of the game. We need to speak to Serdan Riss, the Rodian in charge of the hunting operations here on Kashyyyk, before we do anything else. Or if we want to progress the quest line here, that is. If you are just doing this quest line to get access to Etyyy, you don't need to talk to Serdan. You don't need to find Brody Johnson if you're here for the Avatar platform station access like I talked about earlier. Serdan, though, is all the way up here at the top of this hill. So we'll want to go speak with him. He says, what are you doing here? Kursak sent you? That fool's letting anyone into my hunting grounds these days. Bah, I want nothing to do with you. Go speak with Zivin if you're going to remain here. Otherwise, get out, go back to whatever planet spawned you. Harsh, bro, but okay. So we got to prove ourselves before Sir Dan will deal with us at all. So we got to go talk to Zivin, who is around here somewhere. If you ever have a hard time finding an NPC, you can always look it up on the SWG Legends wiki. That is always an option. They're typically around where they're Rhodians that are labeled, you know, Zivin's clan or whatever. We saw them earlier when we rode by. Probably should have looked back there first, but... Welcome to Etyyy. Hopefully you will fare better here than the last hunters that Kersak was foolish enough to allow into these hunting grounds. If you are willing, I would like for you to go speak with a protege of mine named Tewez Vol. I'm ready. Where do I find Tewez? Tewez is down at the Heroklade Gate camp. I'll upload a waypoint to your datapad to make finding the camp easier. When you arrive, speak with Tewez. He'll be expecting you. Before we go off with Tewez, I'm going to be grabbing some waypoints from the wiki, actually. And I'll explain why in a moment. So I just generated a bunch of waypoints. So this is the waypoint that we were given by Zivin to go here. But you'll see that around. There are a lot of other waypoints scattered around the area. These are to specific named NPC creatures that we can defeat in each of the main areas. The reason you want to generate these waypoints early, which if you want to find them on the wiki, it's on the page called Trophy for Excellence in Hunting in Etyyy. These waypoints are important because these creatures have long spawn timers. I believe they got to be at least 10 minutes, if not longer. And when you defeat these creatures, they have a chance of dropping an item that, when inspected, will give you a quest to go to a creature in the Rhodian hunting camp, which then you can receive an item from. But these waypoints are important because, like I said, it's only a chance to get the item that you need from them. So you might have to defeat them multiple times. And the quests in this area are going to take us all around this map. So you might as well hit those creatures while you're in those spots. So you can see here, right outside the camp, we're going to be looking for a bantha called Great Climber, and we're going to want Great Climber's eye. Then once we get his eye, it will take us to an NPC who we could turn into. And once we collect all those parts, so Dan will reward us with the Hunting of Trophy of Excellence, which is a pretty neat decorative item. So if you're trying to be a completionist about it, this is definitely something that you want to be paying attention to. I'll go fight Great Climber because Great Climber's not far out of the way. But I'm not really going to be running out to these other areas quite yet. Actually, we could go defeat Great Climber and then speak to Johnson. I suppose that would be due. As I don't exactly remember all of the beats of the Arcana compound quest line. Or Arcona. So Great Climber is around here somewhere. There they are. They might not be exactly on the waypoint as they wander a little bit, but they all spawn around it. Let's see. Unfortunately, Great Climber didn't drop their eyeball this time, so we can't progress that yet. So I guess it's good that it came out of the way to defeat him first thing. Let's go up to the Arcana compound. It is labeled with a point of interest if you have a hard time finding it. But you'll see that not every area is really labeled with a point of interest. You have the front gate, the Rhodian camp, the Arcana compound. These areas really aren't named other than the Heroklade and Gate Camp down there. But you can kind of refer to them based on the creatures you find there. It's like this is the Bantha area. I believe up here we'll find Ullers. Down here we'll find web weavers. And then over here we find moths. Back here in the far left is the Chiss poacher camp. And down here we'll find Wallugas. But here we are at the compound. Let's find Johnson, who I believe is kind of up on a hill around here. If you want to know who Arconas are, you should recognize them from the movie. It's one of the guys who pops up in the cantina. Here's Johnson Smith. I'm busy right now. These people need a lot of attention to get through their tough battle against Salt. Luke sent me. I see. Why did he send you to me exactly? He said you might know where to find Brody Johnson. Brody Johnson, I remember him. Haven't seen him in a while, though. Why are you looking for Brody? Is he in trouble? His sister Mata asked me to look for him. I think he had a small campsite not far from here. I haven't seen him in a while, though. Been a few months. I don't know if he's okay or if he left. You should go check his campsite. I think I'll go check that campsite. Okay, and if you don't mind, please come back here and let me know when if you find any sign of him. I don't think we can talk to Kara yet. Or I guess we can. Why are you snooping around here? Go away. These poor Arconans are just trying to find relief from their addiction to salt. Really? They're addicted to salt? Apparently, it veils their vision with an addictive hallucination of colors, or something like that. Regardless, you should not be here, and I should not be talking to you. Okay. Well, we gotta go find Brody's camp, which I might need to pull up a waypoint for, as I don't exactly remember where it is. I remember it's not far. I think it's over here. Yeah. If I can't find it, I'll grab a waypoint for it. But I believe it's right over here. Past these pug jumpers. And we find an unidentified corpse. A clue about Brody's fate. Return to Johnson Smith. All right, back up with Johnson. You're back again. What can I help you with? About Brody Johnson. Any luck at the campsite? Show Johnson the pendant. You found this on his corpse at the campsite? That's bad news. It was definitely Brody's pendant. I think he got it from his father or something like that. Bad news indeed. You should show that to his sister and let her know what you discovered. The guy's... I like... So, his sister's Zabrak, so obviously he's most likely Zabrak unless he's adopted. That guy's Zabrak. That guy's name is Johnson Smith, and we're looking for Brody Johnson. And he's like, oh yeah, he got his pendant from his father. Anyways, bye. So he's funny. So we gotta go speak with Mata, but I don't feel like doing that right now. We'll do that later. Let's continue in Etyyy here. Yeah, I don't believe Ray Climber's back yet. Nah, they got pretty long spawn timers. That's why I was like, it's probably would be smart for me to go defeat the two moths, but we'll roll the dice and hope we get lucky on the loot. I remember doing that quest on live for looting the named creatures in here, and having to do, and I did it like after I already did all the other quests, and I remember having to loop around here probably like 3 times, which you can loop around here faster than they will respawn. The only thing I don't like about Flying Mouse is when you go on a slope, it just traces the bottom, so they're just flying sideways and wiggling rapidly. I kind of wish that they put a little bit more effort into them, so they didn't do that. But it was probably more effort than it was worth. We're here at the Heraklate entrance, and here's Tewezvol. Zivin sent you to me? Interesting. Well, I suppose he wants to see what kind of hunter you are, so let's find out, shall we? Okay, what do you want me to do? Well, let's see. Oh, I've got it. We've had probably a problem with some diseased Ullers. We're worried about that the disease that afflicts them could spread to other Ullers or even other creatures. That would not be a good thing. What I need you to do is hunt and kill some of them. Kill 17 diseased Ullers. That should help with their population and reduce their chance of their disease spreading. Right, kill the diseased Ullers. I'm on it. So yeah, most of the quests in here just go kill X number of things and come back. It is a hunting ground. I don't know what you all would expect. He said to head due east from here and you'll find an area full of Ullers. That's their primary habitat in this region. Good hunting to you. Oh, and return when you're done. Which is this river area. So we'll fly out of here. Here are fern bickers. These are just rowers in disguise. Well, actually, no, they're actually a different model. So fun story about this creature model. You can see how it has breasts with nipples. I tried to send a screenshot to another player who was looking for familiars. And when people were like buying familiars from me, I would usually send them a screenshot so they could see what like the creature looks like and like what color it is. But Discord's wouldn't let me send it to the player because Discord was detecting nudity in the screenshot. So I had to crop out the tittied area for Discord for allowing me to send it. I'm like, great job, Discord. The face is horrifying. Yeah, a lot of the simian creatures are, but Ullers are cool. I got these big-ass horns. Faces are kind of uggo, but... here's some diseased ones. We're not going to run power up, so we don't need them for this. You notice their level ranges in here are 43, so like I said, this is the natural area to go to after completing the Dead Forest and the Kerritamba Village. Because you should be around early 40s, even maybe mid 40s by this point. You'll probably see me switching to Carbine pretty often here just to pull things from a distance. And when stuff is on cooldown, I'm just going to run up, drop some AoEs, call an artillery, because there's no hunting like hunting with high explosives. Well, maybe that guy got line of sighted. There's those. This is also where, if you're playing a profession without movement speed increasing, like a commando or medic, you'll feel very slow point A to point B in this. Wow, diseased Uller baby. Poor baby. Hunting on Kashyyyk will also reveal some of the flaws with melee AI, where sometimes they'll just sit and stand around. As honestly, in the Legacy quest, we didn't really see a lot of, I mean, I guess, never mind. We had all the spiders on Talos. There's a whole segment of only hunting creatures. Oh, wait, we're done defeating these. We're just going to run down to the end and defeat Spike Top, the named Uller here, to see if we can't get one of his creature parts. I remember Great Climber, you get his eye. I don't remember what you get from the other ones. Also remember, traveling over water decreases your movement speed, even if you're on a mount, even if the mount's flying. So try and avoid just sitting in the middle of the river. Go down its sides. It's a little bit faster. Here's Spike Top, an Uller. Oh, 46. There goes Spike Top, the Uller. Yep, we got it. Spike Top's horn. I don't know why it's above all of these isomers. Unless he dropped 6 isomers. But I doubt he did. But so when you get a item drop from one of the named NPCs, you're going to see like the name of the creature. If I radial menu it, do inspect, it'll prompt a quest. And if I accept it, you defeated Spike Top. You defeated Spike Top. And it will tell you to talk to Tevez Vol at the Heroic Glade. So it'll tell you a specific Rhodian NPC to visit, his Parasordan's clan. Coincidentally, yep, it's the NPC we have to go back to, so that's serendipitous. But it won't always be the same one. I guess part of the idea here is that you're trying to impress everybody with your hunting prowess. So Senpai Sordan will recognize you. Oh yeah, I forgot we got mail for completing the space quest. Good job delivering those Kashyyyk Bantha pelts, payment enclosed. Everything looked good with those supplies I had you escort. It's the same, chef's measures are necessary, payment enclosed. This should help make those darn Chiss posters a bit less aggressive and definitely less well armed. Thank you for a good job on this one, payment enclosed. Kersak really loves sending us love messages. Did after every single objective we completed in space. Now here we're back with Tuvez. Hopefully it doesn't break. You did quite well hunting these diseased Ullers. Quite well indeed. I can see excellent potential in you as a hunter. I have one other hunting task for you. I want you to gather 11 unmarred Uller horns. You'll find these on elder Ullers. The younger and more aggressive Uller tend to have damaged or undersized horns, but the elders often have very good horn ones. Let the hunt begin. The elders are good bit. Yeah, kill 11. Then I'm going to speak to him again. Show Spike Top's horn to Tuoz. He says, you managed to defeat Spike Top. I wondered when someone would finally do that. To be honest, I had hoped to hunt him down myself, but had not gotten the chance. He's just so busy standing here waiting for us that he can't go out and hunt himself. I understand. Too much waiting around to do to actually go do anything. But one thing I do to kind of remind myself that I already got one of the components is so the waypoint for Spike Top, I'll just destroy it. So I know that I no longer need to get the item from Spike Top. Oh man, I wish flying mounts weren't impacted by... Honestly, mounts shouldn't be impacted by water in terms of their movement speed. It just doesn't make sense. Because even like if the mount doesn't count as a flying mount like a jetpack or a creature, it's still hovering off the ground. But whatever, Meon. Alright, so this Elder Uller is Divine Gravity. I can't have that in my hunting grounds. This is also why, again, I advocate don't defeat more NPCs than you need. Even if you think it's worth it to squeeze out a little XP from them if you're within their level range. All the Ullers I defeated earlier are still spawning in. So I have to wait for all these elder Ullers to spawn back in if I defeat all of them. I don't think this is what the Rhodians imagine when they say go out and hunt a thing. I don't think they imagine me just sprinting down a beach line or a riverside, just shooting and hitting everything with a sword. That was an unfortunate fat finger. I fat fingered this Kashyyyk stone. Oops. I hit shift 1 on accident when I went over to this panel to bring out my mount. I should honestly just put my flying mount on this bar. I have the room, and then I don't have to keep going back and forth. Well, might as well go talk to Mara while we're back here and tell her that her brother's dead. Mara, your brother's dead. Or Mata. No, it can't be. Wait, that's not Brody's pendant. It's very similar, but it's not Brody's. I'm sure of it. Who told you this was Brody's pendant? Johnson Smith at the Arcona compound in Etyyy. Really? We'll go back to him and tell him that's not Brody's pendant. Please find out what's going on. Man, have they not... I think the ones I defeated earlier haven't respawned back yet. It's just, I'm seeing deceased ones. Oh, that one literally just spawned in. A baby! An elder baby. That has some strange implications. How can it be an old baby? A lot of the creatures on Kashyyyk have been updated to be tameable. So like the Ullers, the Fernbrokers, Bickers, Rorus, Pug Jumpers, etc. Which is nice. The only ones on Kashyyyk that you can't tame is the Kkowir and the Heraclade because it's a special NPC. Same with the Kataran and its nestlings, or carlings. Alright, so back with Tuwez again. These horns are exactly what I wanted. Well done. I'm very happy with your hunting abilities. Even so, I think it's time for you to go to talk to Sordan Riss. Okay, I'll go speak with him. And he gave us, he said... You've shown yourself to be a capable hunter. Sordan will probably want to offer you a hunting wager. It's usually something along the lines of a race to see who can hunt and kill more of a given creature, you or his hunter. If you can beat his hunters, you'll not only win some credits, but you'll make him look bad. So be sure and really beat him badly. And as a reward, we got the Uller hunting trophy. Truly a beautiful and magnificent creature. Alright. We are back with Sordan at his camp. So, you want to speak with me? Who sent you this time? Tuwez Vol. Tuwez, that little punk. If Zivin wasn't protecting him, I'd... Well, never mind that. So you've managed to do some hunting, eh? Think you're a hunter now? Maybe. I doubt it, but maybe. If you're ready for some more hunting, go speak with Erhard Brynnet. He's here in the camp somewhere. And, if you're interested in something a bit more challenging, I've got a little wager for you in mind. I'll go speak with Erhard. So, we can actually start doing his wagers. Sometimes I just do all the quests and do all his wagers at once, but we'll do one right now to demonstrate it. For you to try your skills against my little wagers. Yes, please tell me more. Excellent. The bet would be for you to hunt and kill more Uller warhoofs in 20 minutes than my best hunters. 24 is their top mark. The hunt will take place on the Bocati Path, which is a small, closed-off region east of here that I fully control. You only get there by shuttle. We'll start small. Save 2,000 credits. What do you say? Sounds good. I'm in. He says, excellent. Let's make some arrangements. Take this ticket to the shuttle pilot over by the shuttle in his camp. He'll take you to the Bocati Trail. Once there, you have 20 minutes to kill 24 Ullers or more Uller warhoofs. Oh, and the hunting party can't have more than 6, so choose wisely. So this is a group quest. All of his wagers are. And while it's not labeled as that, they are. And so what you do is that if you have the quest, you can bring anyone with you who has access to the eating hunting grounds, apparently up to 6 for some reason. But you come over here to the shuttle pilot. And once you speak with him, it will take you and anyone in your group near you into there. They don't all have to have tickets themselves. We're just going to go do this solo as we're over-leveled for it. Greetings, are you the hunter with the Sordan that is arranged in a Bocati trip path for a wager of some sort? Yep, that's me, and I'm ready to go. All right, so we're in here and the timer starts immediately. You won't see the timer. Let's just buff up. And they did have a poison. I think the diseased ones did. Let's refresh that. Let's take some Shadow Paw. Let's do the damage power-ups. And let's go. So in here, if you're defeated, you will spawn the medical droid back here, but you, of course, lose all your buffs, as that happens in PvE. Let's just try and defeat as many as we can. As quickly as we can. They are tough enough. They're level 47 strong, so pulling all of them at once with a giant AoE is probably not a good thing. I'm saying that aloud and sternly to myself because I was just about to open up with artillery. Let's start over here with AoE, shall we? Wow, you can find babies in here. I guess that makes sense that they want to, like, put them on an exclusionary list. Okay, well, I'm high enough level and stats where this is proving to be pretty trivial, so, you know, I'm going to start pulling everything. We need some drama, some suspense. Right? That's what we're here for. Honestly, doing this solo would take a long time only because you'd have to wait for your action to regenerate between a lot of the encounters for most professions. As a officer with the General's Aspect set, I don't have to wait for shit. Come on, group up. It's faster if I kill you all at once. I don't know why that one didn't want to respawn. All right, we're done. That was about 3-4 minutes in here. Yeah, that's pretty fast. That's faster than the 20 minutes you gave me, Sordan. So when you want to get out of here, you can talk to the pilot. Eject might work, but I'm not going to mess with it. You want to leave the Buketti path and once you leave, you will not be able to. Yes, like to go. And for anyone who's asking, yes, the trail did go farther. I have actually run to the end of it before. There's nothing down there, but just more creatures. I think once we get to hunting more difficult creatures, they'll be in smaller numbers, and actually we'll have to go down that path a little bit further. But that's Sordan's first bet. The main reason you want to take these bets is not for exactly for the credits and bragging on reward. But hold on, I gotta read his thing. I suppose you're here to sell our wager. The taste of losing is bitter, so let's finish this and be done with it. Don't have to win the bet. Yeah, everyone gets lucky now and then. Here, take your winnings and go speak with Haroon. I'll let him know they gave you the Chichati pistol for my collection as a bonus reward for winning this bet. Thank you. Be sure to come back sometime and give me a chance to win my money back. Oh. You have to collect a reward before you'll do more wagers. Sordan asked me to give you this pistol. It's much nicer than those other flare pistols. So this is where you get the Chichati pistol. It is a unique weapon skin, and it can be deconstructed and recrafted by a weaponsmith, so pretty nifty. We're going to talk to Sordan again, though. You again, Vum. Ready to try your skills against a little wager? Yes, please tell me more. Let's see. Nope. He just gives you the Warhoof one again. So I guess we'll unlock more wagers based on the quest we complete around the camp, which does sound familiar to me. But I thought I'd just try it out. So, you want to be a hunter, eh? Right now, I've seen everything. Impressing to Wuz means nothing. He's barely a proven hunter himself. I have no idea why Zivin keeps him around. Anyway, Sordan told me to expect you, so I guess you can do a little work for me. I'd be happy to help. Happy to help? Keep your flower attitude to yourself, please. I find it difficult enough to trust you without the smiles and enthusiasm. Like you have anything to be happy about, but fine, let's get to it. I need 21 perfect Walluga claws. I've got a buyer lined up on, well, never mind where. Problem is that I don't have any in stock. That's where you come in. No problem, I'll collect those claws for you. Right. Be quick about it, won't you? I don't want to keep my buyer waiting any longer than necessary. Any Walluga and Etyyy will have claws, but they have to be in perfect shape or they're of no use. Oh, and I'd hunt those Walluga myself, but I think I'm coming down with a cold. Maybe a stomach valve blockage or something like that. I should definitely be resting. Uh-huh, sure, dude. I like how they just make this roadie a shit eater from the get-go. Looks like Grey Climber's back. That or different Bantha wandered right immediately over his spawn waypoint. Nope, Grey Climber's there. Let's defeat Grey Climber again. Maybe we'll get an eyeball this time. Level 40 elite. Come to me. Nope. So, yeah. I don't know what the drop odds on these items are. The quest items. I want to guess they're 50-50. But I have no idea. Either way, we have to do the Wallugas, which are all the way down here in this barren-looking area. So you have to go either all the way this way or all the way this way. I think going east is a little bit faster, especially if you're coming from the Rodian camp. So here we go. All right, here we are. We're upon the Wallugas, who are living in this marshland area, it seems. So let's start looking for claws. We need 21, and they're not guaranteed drops, so we're going to be potentially defeating a lot of Wallugas, depending on our luck here. So I'm going to do my usual... Oh, yeah, unfortunately, they all have charge, which is a root. So you're going to be getting rooted a lot by these, potentially. So having a ranged weapon, if you are running melee, will be helpful just for just aggressing on some, pulling them over to you, so you don't have to wait for the root to wear off. I do have scatter, so I could bypass those roots if I really want to, but I can't. I'm not always going to have scatter. I'm not going to defeat the Frenzy Walluga. They're a stone leg. A level 50 strong enemy. Let's see. Did we get his item? Doesn't look like it. Although we're going to have to defeat Stone Leg again later. This is what I mean by having a range. Even if you're like you were a Jedi doing this, just having like a rifle in your pocket to pull something while you're waiting for roots to wear off would be nice. One nice thing about these enemies dropping creature junk parts instead of the usual credits is there is a sense of catharsis when you go to a junk deal and you finally sell them all at the end of the questing day. You're like, yes, 20,000 credits for all these Walluga foots. All right, so that is the last of the Walluga claws we need. So we'll mount up and head back. I'm going to do something probably not worth it, but since I've been having bad odds with a Grey Climber getting Grey Climber's eyeball, I didn't get the Walluga one. I'm going to go north and hit up the 2 moth spawns. And then also when we go this way, we'll pass by Johnson Smith and we'll speak with him again. Because we are basically right now on the opposite end of the map from the Rodian hunting camp. We have to go around the center landmass one way or the other. So at least I can try and, multitask going up this way. But it's going to be another little bit of flapping about. We will have to come over here and deal with these Chiss at one point, but not right now. If you want to avoid aggroing them, this is the one time where I'll recommend, maybe just stick to the water. As you can see on my overhead map, there's a lot of them in this camp, and they're all quite neatly tucked together. When I was questing with Griffin Striker, out of any area in the Etyyy hunting grounds, this was definitely the most dangerous. We actually were incapacitated here because we thought we could pull more than we could. We were at level for this, but there's a lot of elites tucked in the back. So when we get tapped out on our action resources and stuff is on cooldown, it's easy to get tapped out by these individuals. Luckily, I don't think they death blow. The elites might, but I know the normal just don't. The other unfortunate thing, too, is that if you are questing with a friend in this area and you're trying to get the Hunting Trophy of Excellence, even if you turn auto loot off, I believe that they only have a chance of dropping 1, and they are no trade. So if you are trying to complete these quests together at the same time, Know that you probably won't get more than one at a time when you do get one, and have auto loot off. Because if the wrong player loots it, then oopsie doops. All right, did we get it? Nope. I guess we'll try Pale Claw. Interesting that they added 2 moths. I believe it might be tied because of the number of Rhodian NPCs they want to go speak with. Because you have to, like, impress all of the Rhodian NPCs. So I think that's why there's, like, 2 moths. Because they ran out of unique creatures in the zone to get it from, I guess. I get it? We did. We got Pale Claw's Jaw. Let's inspect that. You defeated Pale Claw. We'll delete this waypoint. You defeated the moth known as Pale Claw. Trip Rar at the main Rhodian camp would probably be interested in your accomplishment. Well, good thing we're heading back that way anyways. I wonder if their hands are just Trandoshan hands. They obviously have different feet because they have, like, these more healed feet. See? Their ankles are, like, up here. All right, back with Johnson. You're back again. What can I help you with? About Brody Johnson. Oh, you're back. I hope Mata wasn't too distraught. Must have been rough news for her to hear. She said the pendant wasn't Brody's. What? No, she's mistaken. Go show it to her again. Yes, Brody's pendant is very familiar. Wait, hold on. You notice Brody's pendant is very similar. I think that's a typo from the quest writer. It should say you notice Johnson's pendant is very similar to Brody's pendant. Spoilers, Johnson Smith is Brody. Wow, couldn't have guessed that before this point. This whole thing, no, it's nothing really. It's just something I picked up somewhere. Cheap, not even real metal. You can buy 100 for 10 credits. It's nothing, seriously. Yeah, okay, I believe you. But the pendant really is similar. No, I don't believe you. What's going on? Okay, I can't believe Mata could tell that other pendant was a fake. The truth is, I'm Brody Johnson. Of course you're Brody Johnson. I've known that from the time we met. Really? You have? Changing your name to Johnson Smith wasn't exactly a clever disguise. I'm glad that the quest author was self-aware. Oh, I see. But it was easier for me to remember than something like Merrick Chithayak. I wonder if that's a reference to something. Yeah. So what's going on here? Why the name change? I came here originally to try and tame creatures here and sell them as pets on other planets. But creatures in Kashyyyk are far too fierce to make good pets on other worlds. Well, most of them anyway. And to be honest, training an animal is a lot more work than I ever managed to be. Or than I ever imagined it to be. I don't know how Warlock and Vertol do it. Oh, those are 2 Wookiees I know. Warlock is a retired creature trainer, and Vertol was one of his students. Go on. Right, so with the pet idea not working out, I was once again a failure. This kind of thing has happened before. There was a flying cheese grater fiasco, the incident with Norts in Tyrena, the time my cantina, the flaming Ewok, sank into the swamp on Naboo, and so on. I didn't want anyone to know I'd failed again, so I decided just to disappear for a while and let your sister think you're dead. I admit it, that was a bad idea. I just kind of reacted and didn't really think things through all the way. On the other hand, it's not nearly as bad as the time I taught a cantina full of Imperial officers to speak with a funny accent. Anyway, I apologize that you got caught up in my tar pit of a life. Maybe I can make it up to you in some small way. Remember Vitrol, the creature trainer I mentioned? I'm surprised anyone knows what a tar pit is in this galaxy, since the only existent one we can find is on Dathomir. Either way, the Wookiee on the Ryat Trail? Right, if you go to the trail and travel a little way from the gate, you'll find his house. It's near where the Wallugas are. I'll let him know to give you a trained Kashyyyk Bantha as a gift from me. They make good mounts and are adept at climbing up hills and the like. Oh, and if you need to see my sister again, please apologize for me. Sure, whatever. Goodbye, then, Brody Johnson. Farewell. You're back again. What can I help you with? Charluke asked me to help you. Ah, good. There are some things you could help with. But actually, I could use some help with another matter. One of their Arconans, Ryu Finn, has been really agitated lately. He only arrived recently and seemed to be having trouble adjusting to this place. Could you go talk to him and see if you can find out what's bothering him? He won't tell me. Probably thinks I'll tell Jirol. Sure, I can do that. Great. Ryu is down in the main camp. He should be easy to find. Ryu is the only Arconan not wearing a robe. Well, neither is Jirol, but he runs this camp. Return to me after you find Ryu. You're surprised SWG Discord servers don't have Trandoshan feed emoji? Do you think that the Star Wars community has a fixation on Trandoshan feet? Somebody actually commented on the first YouTube video in the series, the Tansari one, and corrected me that on Legends, there's been an update for Trandoshans to be able to wear boots, but comically, a lot of the Trandoshan feet nails, their toenails, clip through a lot of the boots still, so it looks like they just kind of ripped a hole in the footwear. It's pretty funny. There's Ryu Finn. Arg, who are you? What? Who? Oh man, I really need some salt. Johnson sent you? Good. No, wait, that's bad. Why is he checking up on me? No, it doesn't matter. You seem agitated. What's the problem? Oh man, I lost my stash. Why am I telling you this? Oh wait, maybe you can help me. Would you go get my stash for me? It's just salt. Sure, I'll do that. Where is it? I was wandering outside of the camp. I mean, I couldn't let Jirol see me with salt. He'd all yell at me or something, but I got too close to the moth dens. Some of the moths came after me and I dropped my salt. When I ran away, could you go get it for me? I'll try and find it. Oh, really good. It should be somewhere among the moth dens to the west. I was running all over the place trying to escape, so I'm sorry I can't give a better location. I think I'm actually... I saw it earlier when we were passing to go to Pale Claw. Yeah, I guess I'll go do this now. I was debating about going back to the Rhodians first, just so we can, like, wait for Bright Claw to cycle back in and spawn. But I'll do it. Just because I don't exactly remember where all the Brody Johnson quests lead to. Okay, the medicine bag was right there. Or his bag. And there we go. It's right up at the base of this waterfall. The right one on the top of the map. See, this is what I mean. There's like a lot of like back and forth in this area. Same with the Dead Forest. I'm sure the Rhodians have communicators. Like, I wish I could tell you, like, oh, good, you defeat the diseased ones. I want some of the Elder Horns. Can you defeat Elders? Rather than me go back and be like, oh, cool, you defeat diseased ones. Go get Horns. And then we go back out. Or like, I know we're probably going to have to go defeat the Frenzy Wallugas next. Like, I should be, oh, the other Rhodian should call me up. Oh, you defeated you got enough claws for the Wallugas? Right. Okay, well, whatever. Defeat some frightening ones to show me that you're a real badass. And then, you know, then you go back. Rather than flap all the way out, get him, flap all the way back, flap all the way out again. It wouldn't be too terrible if there was like a central path through here that cuts like in between the mountains, but I get that this entire area back here is the Heraclade. So having a path that cuts through the Heraclade would be weird, considering that's an instanced area. I don't know. Again, if we had a speeder in here, I wouldn't complain too much. All right, here's Johnson. You're back. Again, what can I help you with? Actually, wait. Oh, wait, yeah. Actually, I was helping you with Ryu. Ah, you retrieved a stash of salt. It was a good idea to come to me instead of going back to Ryu. I'll help him with this, but he's going to have to start cutting back. I have another task for you. Kara Corlin is a Chiss hunter. She needs some help making some deliveries in other systems. Sure, I'll help her. Great, she's in the tent behind me. Go speak with her. More space. Why are you snooping around? Yeah. Johnson Smith sent me to help you. Did he? I guess Johnson trusts you then. Maybe I can as well. I actually could use some help with some deliveries. Ready to get it started? Yes, let's do this. I'll have the cargo load onto your ship. She fiddles with her data pad. Your first stop will be in the Dantooine system. When you arrive in that area, we'll upload your exact destination within the system. Be alert and ready for trouble. We've had trouble with black scale pirates in the past. They might come after you. You know what? We're going to use the stone. Because I don't want to flap all the way back to the entrance anyways. And he's going to have me flap out and fight more Wallugas, so might as well just go to the space system, space quest anyways. Alright, so we have to deliver the shipment to the freighter at these coordinates. 8,000 meters away. Okay. So we're out here because Kara needs us to deliver some supplies. So the part of finishing this quest line with Brody Johnson and Kara at the Arconon compound is it will grant us access to the Heraclade, which has a unique enemy to fight. And it's a neat instance for higher level. This is again where the level requirement rubber bands a lot on Kashyyyk. So have you been noticing the Etyyy hunting grounds is like low 40s to 50, mid 50s maybe at the highest end in terms of difficulty. But the Heraclade goes for up to, I think, like level 80 or 85 all of the sudden. So even if you have the piloting skills to keep pace with this quest line, all of a sudden you're going to get whiplash. And the Heraclade is actually scaled for group quests, similar to Sordan's bets. One thing that I'll say about Kashyyyk is they did seem to make more of an effort to incorporate group quests in with the other quest content, which is nice to see, but a lot of the game doesn't really facilitate you questing with people. I mean, think about it. Just like I said earlier, to get the hunting trophy of excellence is you have to defeat those named NPCs in the Etyyy hunting grounds. But then they drop an item that, one's not guaranteed to drop, two is on a really long respawn timer, and three, they'll drop one. They might drop more than one. I feel like there was a moment where I got 2 Great Climber Eyes. Can't confirm, though, right now. But if it happens during this, I'll surely let everyone know. But then it's no traded item, so if you accidentally loot it, then, and you already have, like, one and you already did it, then you have to, you know, you kind of screwed over your buddy you're questing with. So it's kind of weird that they... Wow, that set respawn really fast. Anyways, it's weird that they facilitate that. Or they're like, yeah, do this group quest, but like the area itself really isn't scaled to group quests. Or it's not made in mind with group quests. Man, these waves spawn in pretty fast. Your next delivery is in the Tatooine system. We'll send an update location there once you arrive. Okay. Oh yeah, all these ships that have been jumping us are tier 4. You could probably do this at a lower tier, like tier 3. You just need to be strong enough to survive them firing at you when you're docked making a delivery. So like if you're out here with a prototype ship and you dock and they get a pass at you, they might just instantly destroy you. Okay. That's enough. You do the riddles for the undead storyteller props and undead storyteller props GMF this area. Yeah, I remember that. And the zip for life day. What's zip? Or what does zip mean? Oh, as in contributed nada. Oh, then zip. Right. I don't know why I thought that was a thing. Alright, we're done with the delivery. I think. Go to the Dathomir system. We'll update when you get there. I'm glad that some features of the game that maybe aren't as exciting to work on for some people are getting attention. Like, I appreciate the staff members like Ryan who work on... I mean, I appreciate all the staff members, but I also appreciate the ones who work on stuff like storyteller tokens. That's not a system that a ton of people engage with. There's a very small group of people that actually use that system at all, let alone use it outside of holidays. So it's nice that it's not forgotten. Wow, nice. That's a lot of props and NPCs, man. I also very much appreciate the devs who work on the less sexy stuff like bug fixes and just quality of life improvements that might not even affect a lot of people. Like, I remember when the quality of life improvement to change the reverse engineering tool to be able to create 10 modifier bits at once instead of just one. Everyone's like, yes. Because if you've ever reverse engineered, you know you're clicking that tool a lot. So not having to click it like 70 times to make modifier bits, but only 7 instead to fill up your inventory with is much appreciated. All right, so we're at the 3rd delivery location. I am hoping this is the last one. I don't remember how many spots we have to go to. Incoming fighter vessels. Whoa, dude. We'll just ignore him, Doc. This freighter's name's the Rambling Ghost. What's next? The last freighter said you should go speak with Kkowir yourself. So, and we haven't gotten a space update, so let's go to Homeport. I'm more mail. Oh, these are all the deliveries. Good job with that delivery in Tatooine. I'll make sure Johnson Smith knows you did well. I've enclosed delivery fee. Good job with that delivery in Tatooine. I'm sure Johnson Smith will be pleased that you're doing so well. I've enclosed my delivery fee. Good job on that Dathomir delivery. That's the last one. I've let Johnson Smith know that your piloting skills were up to the task each time. Delivery fee enclosed. There's this thing like with older versions of the game where a lot of like updates, or I guess it's just this thing with space in general. A lot of updates are conferred via in-game mail. You get it during the Nova Orion theme park too. It's interesting. Like sometimes it makes sense, but other times I'm like, why? Especially when it's a redundant line like that too. Like you're done. Here's the credits. Especially since the game tells you you've done that part of the quest, and then you can see the reward pop up and whatever. I guess it's for diegetic reasons. All through the Republic too. Yeah, Zalmanar. I think the importance though of having it in the Old Republic is that the in-game mail system can be used for more things than the in-game mail system in Star Wars Galaxies. In Galaxies, you can only use it to send messages to players who are offline and waypoints. You can't enclose items or credits like you can in the Old Republic. And it's pretty much the primary way of transferring items and credits between your characters in that game. I think they might have implemented a shared storage container, though. I don't remember. So I guess you could transfer items via that. But like if you want to send like items or credits to another player, you could do it that way. So I get that there's more like incentives. Legacy storage. Yeah, I don't remember when they added legacy storage, but I know it's a thing. Okay, so we're back here. I got to talk to Trip, Rar, and Erhart. I don't remember where Trip is. All right, here with Trip Rar to turn in Pale Claw's jaw to her. Wait a second. She has the Rebel Marine armor on, but it's different colors than the base like olive green it has. I don't think you can recolor that armor set still. I hope they add that. It's obviously a very good looking like torso and arm pieces, and I know the boots are really popular. But either way, I apologize if I seem rude, but I'm busy looking into why my shipments of moth pelts and moth incisors are disappearing. Please excuse me. I'm going to show her the jaw. Very impressive. Paleclaw was a ferocious moth. I'm certain that defeating him was not an easy hunt. Well done. She gives us some credits. There's a cool skeleton over here of something. Now let's go speak with Erhart to turn in the Walluga claws. You actually did it. 21 perfect Walluga claws. Frankly, I never expected to see you again. Speaking of seeing you, Sordan wants to speak with you again. Go talk to him. Okay, I'll go speak with Sordan again. Okay, this is where we get the bet to hunt Wallugas in the Bocati path, I believe. Yeah, we got the Walluga hunting trophy. Okay, Sordan. So you want to speak with me? No, someone said you want to speak with me. Erhart sent me. Ah, yes. Erhart says you did well hunting the Wallugas. Not too bad, I guess. We might make an actual hunter out of you yet. I'm not holding my breath or anything, but maybe. Oh, that reminds me. I'd like for you to help my security chief, Manfred Carter. He's working on driving those infuriating Chiss poachers out of the area and could use your help. And don't forget to talk to me about another little hunting wager. I'm looking forward to it. I'll go speak with Manfred. We'll do the rest of his hunting wagers all at once, back to back. Let's just continue with the other quests we have here. All right, so here's Manfred looking out over the entrance to the camp. Well, entrance from the Etyyy side, at least. Sardan wants you to help me. I don't need any help. I am the security authority around here. You best respect that. As far as you should be concerned, I am the only authority that matters, but I suppose I could let you handle some things. You want me? God, that's big talk for someone who's on Sordan's payroll. How can I help? Well, let's see. How about you go to the Chiss camps to the west side of Etyyy and relieve those poachers of some of their ill-gotten goods. Bring me 12 container of poached goods from their camps. Not containers, 12 container. That baby bantha still there? Amazing. Let's see if we can get a Great Climber Eye. Third time's the charm, right? Hey, third time was the charm. And Kaz, shut up. You're my lucky charm. Oh, thank you. Kaz made a wonderful dinner. I'm gonna inspect that eyeball. Who? I think Great Climber needs to speak to Luna Mistuck at the main Rhodian camp. Well, we'll speak to them when we go back there. For now, let's go north. We're gonna talk to Kara, turn this quest in. All right, we're here with Karen back at the Arconan compound. Look, I appreciate the help you've given me, and I appreciate any future assistance that you might offer as well. But we really can't be seen talking too often. If word gets out back to any of those curses, obnoxious Rhodian hunters, I could lose some important contacts within Kkowir. If you're not going to write a swear word, just don't. Or, like, do it like she says it in, like, whatever, if Chiss have their own language, which they do. To say, like, mumble something in Chissin or Chissith, whatever, and, like, it sounds like a curse. You need this convo file. What is their name? I'll type it out. All right. About those deliveries you asked me to make. Thanks for completing those. I really appreciate your help. Those spats out something in a language you don't understand, Rhodian hunters. See, there you go. That's like a little bit better. I don't know what the Carson's is. Like Kara said. Yeah, sure, why not? Rhodian hunters make things difficult for me and my comrades here. Just because we're here illegally doesn't mean, I said too much. Let's just leave it with that. You have my thanks. Did you go let Johnson Smith know you've completed my deliveries? Hey, man, they had to keep the T rating, okay? They couldn't just be throwing in all the swears they wanted to. Speaking with Johnson again, I'm helping Kara as you requested. Excellent. Helping Kara has been a tremendous service. Thank you. I have one last task for you. Okay, what do I do? Sardan has been trying to hunt a Kkowir, but has been unsuccessful. The Kkowir is one of the most feared creatures on Kashyyyk. It would be the most respected of all Sardan's trophies. You're to hunt and kill a Kkowir. Having someone else successfully hunt a Kkowir would drive Sardan mad, which would make associates of mine very happy. I'm guessing it's the Chiss. Where do I find a Kkowir? Here in Etyyy, actually, in the Harak Glade. I have a contact in the Harak Glade gate camp that can help you and provide more information. Go there and speak with Kint Zam. You'll find him at the gate. I'm on my way. Good, speak with Kint. He'll not only tell you more about hunting the Kkowir, but he can also get you to the Harak Glade. Without his help, you won't be able to enter. And we'll be sure to let him know that I sent you. So this is the quest I talked about earlier, where all of a sudden there's a giant spike in difficulty. The quest doesn't reflect that because it's just the go speak with him quest, but the next quest will reflect that. We will do that quest, and we'll see if we can do it solo. I am confident in us. I want to speak with Troll, just because we haven't. Welcome to the Arconin Assault Addict compounds. I myself used to be a salt addict, so I know what it takes to help others in the same problem. You're not an Arconin, but do you have a problem with salt? As an American, yes, it's quite prevalent in my diet. But no, I am not. I am able to control my salt intake, but thanks. Anytime. Well, he seems nice. He didn't judge us because I wasn't Arconin. If Legends ever adds Arconin as a playable species, I'll have to change that line. Because then you might be an Arconin. Alright, let's go see if Brightclaw's home. Alright, we're back with Brightclaw. Let's see if we can get the item from them this time. Yep, we got Brightclaw's jaw. Cool. So if we inspect that, you defeated Brightclaw. Speak with Trip again. Okay, maybe they didn't add more than one to go speak with named NPCs. They just wanted 6 for some. They just wanted 2 moths in the equation for some reason. All right, we're here with the Chiss poachers. Hi guys. Oh right, we actually have to click boxes, not just kill them all. Right. Okay, well. There wasn't one over here that I missed, right? No. None of these boxes are inside these structures, by the way. Which is interesting because they seem to have some level of decoration inside. Okay, but they have like identical decoration inside. Someone decorated them though. So the way I usually do this is I start by going down the beach side and then I work into the camp. That's because the enemies get more difficult the further you go into the camp. And if you work from the beach on your way in, you can actually like have somewhere to back out. If you're working from one side, go into the camp, get stuck, you need to retreat for whatever reason, odds are you're going to run into a bunch of enemies retreating. I'm not going to be attacking them unless they attack me, because I'm just here to pick up poached goods. I like how the plot reason for defeating the Kkowir is not to prove that you're the greatest hunter of the Rhodians, but to help the Chiss piss off the Rhodians. Or I guess piss off Sordan specifically. If you are trying to sneak through here without defeating the Rhodians, you can kind of stay near the camps. I think you could break line of sight with those. So that kind of helps if you're trying to like avoid their ire. I know at some point we're gonna have to come in here and slay a bunch of them. But for now, I'm just running around clicking stuff. Okay, I need one more after clicking this. Which should probably be back here somewhere since I haven't gone back here yet. Yep, there it is. Easy. Now we have to go back to... We have to go deliver to Kursock out in Etyyy. So what do I need to do? Defeat Great Glamour. Thinking the most efficient path here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to flap back down, see if Stone Leg's back, defeat Stone Leg, see if I can get Stone Leg's quest item, and then we're going to use the Mystical Stone to get back out to Kashyyyk so I could drive over to Kursock, deliver this stuff. And then when I come back in, I can turn in all these other quests. I think Kashyyyk is definitely a planet where you spend more time point A to point B than you actually spend at any of the locations. I know it's kind of skewed because I'm over leveled, but in the Dead Forest, there wasn't like a lot of NPCs or things to do. It was just mostly back and forth. In here, I could definitely see spending a lot more time at specific locations, given the high item requirement for some of these quests and the difficulty of the NPCs. Like, to get all those poached goods safely, we would have likely needed to defeat all those enemies, unless we were like a spy or a Jedi with combat cloak. We got Stone Leg's heart. Inspect. Okay, that's good. We only have one named creature left. I think I deactivated that one instead of deleted it. Stone Leg, Earhart. Oh yeah, that makes sense. That was the one that had us dealing with those. Okay, so I don't have to run all the way back. We're gonna Mystical Stone out of here. If you intend to spend a lot of time on Kashyyyk questing, or just point A to point B doing stuff, I highly recommend getting the Mystical Stone. Now that it can take you back to Kkowir from any of the instanced areas, massive time saver. All right, back with Kursak. Right, I was expecting you at these poached goods. Return to Manfred and let him know I'll ship these the next chance I get. All right, let's go turn in all these quests we stacked up. All right, so I'm back with Trip to turn in Brightclaw's jaw. She says, very impressive. Brightclaw was not a typical moth, and defeating him would take much skill and courage. Well done. Here's Manfred. I guess you handled that assignment okay, so maybe giving you another isn't out of the question. The Chiss poacher hunt masters use chemicals to enhance their senses and reflexes. I want to know more about these chemicals they use. Attack Chiss poacher hunters and gather 16 samples of their chemical enhancements. Understand what to do? Understand, I'm on my way. Return to me once you've gotten 16 samples of the chemicals they are using. Before we go, let's talk to Erhart, because we have Stoneleg's heart to turn in. Why are you back exactly? I've got things to do, and I think my stomach valve is acting up again. Yeah, I need to lie down. Goodbye. Show the heart. Oh my, what is that disgusting thing? Stoneleg's heart? The Wallugas named Stoneleg? That's its heart? Well, that is something. It's still disgusting, but you've killed Stoneleg. That's truly something. Guy's not easy to impress. All right, so we got to go back to the Chiss poachers camp. I think it's faster to go north and around, personally. I have not timed it, but on the map, it looks like it's faster. Coruscant. I mean, you said it, not me, Sex Mug. When Griffin and I were questing on Coruscant last Thursday, I was getting to the point where I'm like, damn, this is feeling like Coruscant. Some of the side quests are pretty interesting, but some of them are very brief and undeveloped. I know they had to fill the game with stuff to do, but all the side quests on Tython thematically tied into the planet and, like, felt like they made sense. Even if, like, there was maybe some gaps in logic or whatever, but, like, it was all thematic. On Coruscant, you just get some weird random shit, which maybe it's because it's the capital planet of the Republic, but you get, like the True Republic fanatic person being like, hey, go steal documents from me. Yeah, exactly what Griffin's just wrote. Go steal documents from me? Why? Because we're the True Republic. Okay. Get caught stealing. Like, what are you doing? You're just gonna listen to random people? Don't steal the documents. Here, go give them this bullshit documents that aren't important. Okay, go back. Here you go. Thanks for working for the True Republic. It's like, there's no context to any of that, and I can only think that someone wrote it as a joke because they don't like hyperbolic radicals or something. I don't know. Yeah, you're just only talking. It's not a cult leader, Chan. You want to join a cult? Go to Korriban. I guess now it's called Morriban. Whatever. I want to know if there's a canonical explanation for why they changed Korriban to Morriban. All right, we got to defeat Masters? Is it just... Oh, there we go. There's the Hunt Master. Oh, good. They switched to melee when I get close. Oh, you guys got a snare? To be fair, these guys seem to be giving me a stronger showing than those Ullers did on the Pocati path. I like how I targeted the one that wasn't the Hunt Master. I'm just not even reading. I'm just seeing red. Some back here that... Oh, wait, those were the ones that are stuck in a tree. There's a named NPC at the camp over here, and I don't want to defeat him yet. I'm always wary of, like, what spawn timers could be on some of these enemies. Okay, I gotta go back to Manfred. Yeah, I was debating, I'm like, would it be going back to Kashyyyk, then driving back to the gate be faster than flying back on my mount? And I'm like, honestly, it's probably close enough to similar. So we'll just We'll just fly back. Griffin, was this your favorite planet to quest on? Was it your favorite part when we went to the Chiss poachers camp and got incapacitated and we're like, wow, that was the first time we fought something that actually hurt. Don't you love using slower mounts to point A to point B? Honestly, I'm kind of surprised no one asked, like, I mean, maybe someone has, to make vehicle mounts available for use in at least in the Etyyy hunting grounds and Dead Forest. I get why no mounts are allowed on the Riot Trail, because the Riot Trails are really only footpaths. So, like, I get that. Going as fast as you could on a mount in the Riot Trail will probably be more janky than anything. However, you could get away with it here in the Etyyy. Now thinking about it, I think the only reason they really make you use a creature mount in the Etyyy and the Dead Forest is to force you into combat encounters. Which in EDA kind of gets, since you're, going through a lot of dangerous areas and they don't want you just bypassing everything. But in the Dead Forest, the Kerritamba really won't mess with you. So I thought that argument holds less water there. Oh yeah, I forgot to talk to Luna Mistuck about Great Climber. We'll do that while we're here, I guess. Because I think Manfred's going to send us out again. Manfred, why are you in the ground? You're doing far better than I dared hope. I think you're possibly even ready for much more important time. I want you to kill the Chiss post. So yeah, I'll do it. Why didn't you tell me that when I was over there, mother? Anyways. Let me find Luna. I think they're over here. Yeah. I don't know why. I remember where this person is. It's good that you came to me instead of Sordan. He's an old soft spot for the Kashyyyk Bantha and does not allow anyone to hunt them. Nonetheless, it's an impressive kill. Is that why Sordan doesn't let you hunt Kashyyyk Bantha? Is because he thinks they're cute? Alright. Dude, are you pumped for McKeb again? Why is everyone still on this planet when it's literally falling apart? When we get for McKeb, I gotta remember what the plot is. I gotta, read and pay attention to what the plot is, because I want to... Kaz is into astronomy, and I want to tell her what the scientific reason is for this planet falling apart. Because she'll probably go, what the fuck? She'll be like, what the fuck? That doesn't make any sense. Because I remember when we got to McKeb, and I was reading why the planet was falling apart, and, if you don't think about it, you're like... Yeah, all right. But then, as soon as you, think about it a little longer, you're like, wait, how are we even surviving on the planet then? Because basically there's a very valuable resource on this planet, and it's been mined out so much that a significant portion of the planet's mass is just gone. So the planet's losing its gravitational pull and is falling to pieces. But then begs the question, okay, well, how are we still on the planet? How are we not, how is there any gravity or enough for us to have normal gravity here? How is there still, atmosphere here? Because there's clearly enough atmosphere to, keep the... Oh, yeah, we killed the leader, by the way. Let's kind of go back to Manfred. How is there, the atmosphere is not lost? You know what I mean? It begs so many questions, and then you're like, oh, wait, it's Star Wars. It's science fantasy. Don't worry about it. When we got through the Dead Forest, or the Kkowir Forest, I thought that maybe we could actually also finish Etyyy today, but I forgot just the sheer amount of back and forth that is here. There is definitely no way I'm finishing this today, but we'll definitely finish it next time. I mean, the quests give you good... Honestly, the quests give you a good amount of XP if you're leveling, but... with how long it takes us to A to B this, I question whether coming to Kashyyyk, at least doing the Etyyy hunting grounds, is any faster than just sticking with the legacy quest, especially since, compared to, Naboo and Tatooine, the Corellia legacy quest line, especially when they started dropping all those side quests on you at the certain areas, really just spank out XP. We got a lot of levels during that, despite being over-leveled. Talos also dumped a pretty good amount of XP on us too, but it did slow down in terms of overall levels while we were there. And of course, I don't think like Rory's at all is worth it because the Meat Lump theme park is so unrewarding and slow in the beginning that it kind of kills all leveling momentum. All right, we're back with Manfred, who's still hiding under his podium, and now the other Rhodian hunter's doing the same, so that Manfred's not embarrassed. There goes some players. I bet they're doing the pre-request to Avatar. Unbelievable. You actually did it. You killed Lane Paiueto. I killed him so fast I don't even read his name, dude. Even I couldn't do that. Does that mean you're disrespecting me? I love it. This person's better than me. They must be intentionally disrespecting me. Because I can't have that. Probably Lane was already dying of some disease or something and was too weak to defend himself. Yeah, that must have been the case. I should have gone myself. Anyway, Sordan told me, said you to Trip her. I'll go speak with her. I'll go speak with Trip. Don't tell Sordan I said this, but I think Trip is probably the best hunter in Etyyy. She's the most focused on hunting, that's for certain. In my opinion, anyway. So yeah, even I can be respectful when I want. Dude's such a dick. See, I'm not a total asshole, says the asshole. Alright, back with Trip. Click the wrong one. So, you're the hunter I've been hearing about so much. Ready to get back to the hunt? I'll have you hunting moths. Yes, definitely. Bring on the next hunt. Excellent. I'll have you hunting moths. As I said, you're after pristine moth pelts, specifically vibrant moths. I need 14 of them, please. Sounds good. I can't wait to get back to the hunt. You'll find vibrant moths in the northwest corner of the region. They're just past the Urkona compound, and they're fierce creatures, so be well prepared. 5? Alright, let's do one Sordan hunt really fast, everybody. I still got 5 minutes of my med buffs. Give me the frenzy Wallugas. Yeah, man, gotta kill 20 of them in 20 minutes? Easy. I'll get in and out before my med buffs wear off. Let me in. Speedrun, let's go. I need spice. I can't do this without spice. I gotta lean into the just rabid animal running in here to murder everything. I like how the Ullers are still here from earlier. What's good, motherfuckers? I don't have any strategy here. It's just all kill. So this is kill all sons of bitches. Get him. We're done. How much time do I have left in the med buffs? 3 minutes? Man. Still have 3.5 minutes to spare before having to worry about getting out of here. Back with Sordan. I killed enough Wallugas to win the bet. It says, get lucky. Get the Kkowir carbine. Some of you will recognize this carbine. Well, some Star Wars fans will. Her room says, Sordan asked me to give you this Kkowir carbine. Hope it serves you well as you continue hunting. It definitely is a Geonosian-looking weapon, and it fires little balls like Geonosian weapons do, and it's loud as shit. Alright. Let's see, today we did all the Kkowir Forest. We dipped our toes in the Majoril Cavern to get the Mystical Stone. We'll finish the Majoril after we complete either Etyyy or the Riot. Haven't decided yet. And then we'll... next time, we'll finish the Etyyy hunting grounds, and then I think we'll probably go on to the Riot next, because I think that's like the natural path, in my opinion. And then we'll go into the Majoril Caverns. But thanks for all for coming around this time, and I'll see you next time.